Excellent connection. Alright, we're going live. Here we go in seconds. Alright, we are live for this July live stream. I would like to say a good, healthy, hearty welcome to everyone who's on board. Today, we were supposed to have Nova, but he slipped on a banana peel, cracked his head, and now we tied up his ragged corpse here to sit and just stare while we have fun. In his place, we have the one and only, the mightiest man of all, Dachi.
What's up, guys? I got thrown out of bed within like an 8-minute time window.
What happened was, when Nova didn't show up, I literally broke into his house, grabbed him by his hair, and started smashing his face into the wooden board of the bed until he woke up. And then tossed him into a chair so we can begin. So that's going pretty well, I'd say. Otherwise, we also have the darkest of signals.
Yes, that's me.
But yeah, so we're gonna be doing some cool stuff, showing off some animation in the commercial sector. I'm gonna do some shit there, and then animate some more stuff. Probably, there is the scene where GP meets X-Tile, and I actually lost a lot of the animation there because of a crash. So I'm gonna probably do a little bit of that and update some assets. And we'll just fuck around with some stuff. Answer questions in the chat as usual. If anyone has any questions, feel free to send them. We will do our best to be vigilant for them. Let's get this up and running. Alright. So, actually, Dachi, since you are the designated master of hair, I need to let you know that there will be hair you'll be working on in the future.
When's it coming up?
Probably next week. I want to get some stuff done before the end of the month.
So my birthday is on the Wednesday, and I'm gonna be out for a couple of days. I'm going to Hawaii.
Oh shit, you're going to Hawaii?
Yeah, for the first time, so that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, congrats, dude. That sounds pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, I'm a little excited.
Why are you a little excited? What's your problem?
I don't know. That's just how I am. But yeah, I think I'll be able to start on it as soon as I get back, and hopefully get it done a lot faster than the last two went.
What's that gonna be like? First week of August?
No, we're only there for like 3 or 4 days.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad you're going.
Me too. I'll get to sit around on the beach for a while. Go outside.
Smoke some weed, fuck some babes, all that shit.
No, not that.
Damn. You're a weirdo.
No.
And you're making it so when he gets dragged past you, he kind of like pushes his glasses up and out. Actually, does it make sense for them to be pushed up, or should they be pushed down? And yeah, they should go up because his hand's going up, right? There we go. I did have a pretty good 4th of July. Got to go see some fireworks in the city. Went pretty well. Explosions everywhere. Didn't have to deal with too many psychotic people. Usually you got some of those crazy drunk homeless guys around 4th of July, but this year is actually pretty tame. So I'd say it went pretty well, actually.
I don't really celebrate the 4th, but it's like...
Fuck you, you're not an American, I hate you.
Okay, bro. But
that's my
it kind of went by fast. I mean, you're talking about 4th of July, but it's already the 22nd.
Yeah. I mean, it was this month, and it's the mightiest month out of the year for a holy day.
That would be my birthday.
Your birthday? Oh, I see how it is. I'll find you and I'll hurt you. Also, quick question to the stream. Is the audio level okay? You can hear everyone alright? Music's not too loud? Let us know, we'll make proper adjustments. Monochronic's pretty happy to see you, Dachi.
Yeah, we're pretty good friends. We chat from time to time. He doesn't get the opportunity to talk so much on Discord, but he hit me up a couple days ago.
Monochronico. Remember, I think I met him back in the old CRM server before it got wiped because of Robocop or whatever.
Yeah, same here, when I was still around in the Madness community.
Madness community. Goodness. Hey, wait, Darksinger, were you in the original, conference room of Madness back before it got deleted?
Why, yes, I spent a lot of time in the beta testing room
Oh, I see.
because
So you were in there.
CRM was also used as the test bed for testing the alpha and beta for Project Nexus.
Bastards. But now they have their own server for the foolishness.
Yes. So CRM fell out of relevance in my window because of it.
Well, I mean, I think that's mostly because it got deleted.
No, it was still around.
Deleted. Well, I mean, something can't really be relevant if it doesn't exist.
Yeah, imagine if people were sane and like we had a pretty good community.
Other communities throw rocks at us for sport.
Yeah, I mean, our community is pretty much there's just half of one other community that came up. But honestly, if it was nicer, maybe I'd have stuck around. I still think about it from time to time, like maybe if I could just really commit, I could do like one solo project.
You were working on a
instead.
cool project, weren't you? I remember you made
I-
something.
I had ideas. There was one other one. You remember like the hotel shot? From,
Yeah, I
like,
remember, that
ground
was
to
really
the ceiling?
ambitious, and I remember you had a
Yeah.
shot of your OC getting electrocuted.
Yeah, you know what happened? The freaking hard drive died. So I lost everything, and since then it's just like I never wanted to animate ever again. I
Well, that's-
tried later sometime.
It sounds like a
But
pretty
I
traumatizing
never-
experience.
I never sat down and finished it, but when I look back on the old stuff, when I look back on the old stuff, I just 1 second.
Dachi lives in a prison, so sometimes the other guys come over and try to pull him off the computer, so he needs to get into a bit of a tussle. That's how it goes. You've been in prison before, right, Dark? Just like me?
Hmm.
You know what it's like.
Where was I? Where was I? Can you
We were
remind
talking
me?
about your movie.
Right, I'm talking about my movie. Right, but now that I look back on it, I'm like, a lot of these things were like, it's good ideas, but I want to start completely fresh, maybe a different character, all this other crap. Because, back then everything was like, oh, I was friends with these people who were really nice people at the time, but, we kind
At
of
the
drifted
time, but then
apart.
they became crazy psychos or something?
No, they didn't. It was for other reasons. Oh my god.
Part of the reason. Dark, actually, I remember before Signal...
Sorry.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm
Explain
back.
yourself. Hi.
Sorry, I don't have the best situation to talk here.
I literally
but-
had to drag him and then throw him into the prison
Yeah.
computer room. So you got like all that hustling you hear in the background. That's like people sticking each other with heroin needles and shit.
Yeah, but like I said, I wanted to maybe like start a different art style with the whole thing and everything and make it a lot more interesting. Because I remember at the time, although I had ideas, like remember that huge server room I built, right? It was,
Yeah.
it looked nice, but when I think about it, it looked too bland. So maybe if I spent more time just figuring out how areas wanted to look and maybe actually storyboard the whole damn thing before I even start, it would have been nice.
You need a storyboard. Well, I don't really use storyboards because I'm a weirdo.
Well, I didn't want to use it either, but it's like I want to make it something more cohesive. I think what you got going, you got a clear idea, and you're just kind of doing all this stuff. But I need something to hit like key points with and make an actually engaging story.
You need
Because
something
I
to kind
don't-
of like tie it together.
Because I don't want it to be like the 1,000th guy goes through rooms killing people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was trying to do. I had like those little frame by frame scenes. And
yeah,
all
but
this
those were at
stuff.
least cool because it was different
Yeah.
than just regular
Yeah, that was
shit.
it was pretty unique, and I wanted to keep that going. So maybe if I do get back around it, I'll make it as story based as I want it to be, but this time a lot more cohesive.
Or wouldn't that just be a dream come true?
Hey, you never know. Maybe.
I do think that you could make a pretty good movie if you stuck to it, but I look forward to your art projects anyways. You've been doing those like illustrations every week. They look pretty good.
Yeah, I've been thinking I should maybe completely redo like my Twitter account. I don't even know if it's worth it anymore, and just start posting all that crap.
Fucking Twitter sucks, bro. That shit kills you.
I don't know. I posted on my personal Instagram, but other than that, after I finish this and something for my friend, I gotta sit down and make a commission sheet because I actually opened up a PayPal and I'm gonna see if I can like draw some things for people and make some money off of it.
PayPal, huh? You think that's how it works?
I mean, yeah, that's how a lot of people do it.
I mean, shit, man. PayPal can kill people. You gotta be careful.
Probably. I mean, I don't know any other alternatives, so.
Patreon.
Well, how would a Patreon work for commissions?
It could be more like you get like an art membership, and like just by being a member, you get your work put into like a priority list or something.
Because
I've seen some artists do that.
Because the way I was thinking is like, oh, for Patreon it'd be like a nice incentive for people who I don't have like a big following because I haven't really been spreading it out to get people looking at my stuff. I just kind of been doing it mostly personally. But
Yeah.
if I did have a bigger following, I'd probably do a Patreon for like, oh, here's a work in progress sketches or something like that. But for commissions, I don't think it would work because, you know, it has to be a payment per commission.
Yes. But I have seen, I'm not saying this is something you should do, but I've seen some artists do it by like, it's like usually like a higher amount, like 15 or 20 a month, 25 a month, but they make it so like you, like only Patreon members can make commissions, and they get like a discount by just being like a member or some shit like that. Or they're put into like a Cool Kids Club priority list.
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't really think that's something you should do. I'm just saying that that's what some people do.
No, I understand. Ideas are cool. But it's like after I'm done with this like whole 100 sketch challenge thing, I don't know how much I'm gonna be drawing afterwards, which has me a little bit worried. I mean, I have plans. You saw me a long time ago. I drew like 2 characters, and I'm not done with it. But there's like a little map I'm working on. I just have to like color it in a little bit more. It's still in grayscale. And then maybe I'll start storyboarding an idea for this comic I've been thinking about. But other than that, it's like, you know, after I'm done with 100 drawings, I'm not sure where I'm gonna go.
Really? I'm impressed. We do have some questions to go through now.
Yes, and now I was going to present them.
All right, start from the first, and we'll go from there.
All right, first one I wanted to start with was from Duck with a Hat. Jsoull, do you think Flash 8 is obsolete?
In terms of like making modern Madness movies and animations, yes. I do think that Flash 8's one of the most stable versions, but it depends. Like I mean, with the right tools for the right person, you can make basically anything. I don't think it's useless, especially we're talking about like the free Macromedia version. That's good for people who just want to like get their hands on the material and figure out if they even want to do animation. Like it gives you like the bare bones basics to work with, and you can still make good movies with it. I don't think it's obsolete in terms of that, but like for me, I can't really use it because the techniques I use.
Chime in?
Sure.
My opinion for that is that I think the best place to be is Macromedia, like you said, is bare bones stuff. I think it was like CS6 or CS7 or whatever is where you should probably start. Mainly
CS6
because of, like,
is the most stable that I've ever used.
It's more it's like you said, it's stable, and on top of that, it's a little bit more. I had the word on my tongue. I'm just gonna say streamlined. Like my biggest issue with Macromedia is that you can't move around like the scene using shortcuts or other stuff. You gotta like physically use the zoom in and out tool and all
Yeah, it's
this stuff,
fucking
which
annoying
slows
as
down a lot
hell.
of work.
Like you can't
But-
pan, I know. Like
It's
I remember,
like
I
that.
know in CS6, I don't think you can do this.
Do what?
Like panning around the screen by middle clicking. I don't think you can do that in 6. I just remember there being like, you couldn't do some very simple action that would waste a lot of time. I remember having to zoom in and out a lot with CS6.
I'd check if I had it downloaded, but I think you can pan around in CS6. You probably can't zoom in and out using control and mouse wheel.
It's fucking annoying though.
That's like the best thing Animate has, but the worst thing Animate has is the rest of Animate.
The rest of Animate being a fucking cluttered garbage mess.
And speaking of mess, Lemon Duck is asking, "Hey Jsoull, how do you animate anything without a storyboard? I find that concept interesting.
I
Because
mean,
normally people need storyboards, but you don't."
I mean, yeah, you're seeing me do it without a storyboard right now. I mean, I'm just kind of weird. Basically, I just think of a scene in my head and like, oh, that'd be kind of cool, and then just make it. Like, I have ideas for things I want to have happen. Like in this shot, I'm like, okay, I need these Nexus guys kind of like, you know, running down here. I wanted a soldier to guide them, so I just animated him guiding him. I wanted one guy to trip and make sure turn his layers so you can see him. I wanted an agent to trip and drop his glasses, so I made him trip and drop his glasses, and then I wanted a soldat to come and help him up. And it's like,
Well, it's not just you though. Like I'm pretty sure almost every Madness animator just doesn't storyboard at all.
yeah,
I mean,
storyboarding
in my
isn't very.
case,
Like, I've seen some people storyboard. Like I remember
I've
Jailbreak.
done it.
Yeah, Jailbreak 2 does it too. I mean, well, they did. But I think it's.
I mean, in my case, the way I think about it is that
Well, I
I
storyboarded because I
wanna-
wanted
I
to
wanna
give the
do the
music
key
artist a
points.
good frame of reference for how it should be styled.
Oh yeah.
yeah. For me, it's like I want to at least get the key points figured out and maybe like figure out what detail needs to go here and there. But everything else, it just kind of blends together because that's how Madness is animated for the most part.
Yeah, I just kind of, for how I do scenes, just in summary, I just think of, like, I get the background together. I'm like, okay, I want these things to happen. And then I just kind of, like, you know, fly by the handle, just filling in the scenes where I'm like, oh, I can have this happen, and that can do that, and this could do that. And I just do whatever seems cool. I think that works pretty well. Decently well. I do see a question from source code saying, "Hey Jsoull, what motivated you to start making Madness combat animations?" Well. Hard to say. I think I remember first encountering Madness itself accidentally. I was looking for some other Flash game called Madness something, and I kept finding these weird, like, potato people with crosses on their faces. Like, what the fuck's this shit? And I eventually got into it. The first Madness cartoon I remember seeing was, I think, 7. But I never started animating until... What?!
That one's good.
Yeah, 7
6 is my favorite, but seven's like.
7 was a
face
good
of
one to be
Madness.
introduced to because how edgy it is. But I first started animating in like 2016. I know it was the same year I released Maxification 1. But before that, I actually did have a little bit of animation experience back when I was like really little, like 10, 11. On like, I don't know what kind of laptop it was. It was like a tiny little red laptop made in like 2006. And I remember I had Pivot Stick Figure Animator on it. With the trackpad.
Who didn't? Who didn't, man?
And I remember I would make old Stickman cartoons. Like, I don't think the computer even physically exists anymore. But I remember I made like little animations, like it was like big figure people using like Street Fighter moves and like firing beams out their hands and shit, and like running through like these little environments I'd make out of lines. It was a cute little thing I did, and it taught me like basics of like how scenes should move. But I wasn't really a good animator. I mean, they look like shit.
Did you tie it up in a nice bow using Windows Movie Maker?
Nah, I just exported them straight from Pivot as like GIFs or something, I think.
I would export it from Pivot, and I would put sounds on it using Movie Maker because that's what everybody was doing way back. And this was 2012.
Yeah, I mean, I did, like when I was doing my stick figure animations, that was well before I had any presence online. I only had I never had an account anywhere. I was just fucking around on like a laptop. But and then I got into Madness. I started doing the CSO shit, which, yeah, great. And then I actually started animating. Like, I had an interest in actually animating my own scenes in like around 2016. Did a couple tests. I joined a fucking animator group called Rainbow Warriors. That's actually where I met Alwaz and SM28. It was an animator group run by Picolite, and I made some stuff for them, and then I released a solo for Mac. That was just Maxification 1, and my Newgrounds tells the rest of that story. I just got the motivation to animate it because I'm like, I've been doing sound effects for them, but now I actually want to try and make it my own, and I went and did it. Simple as that.
We got a juicy question here from Monochronic. Are you still working with Masked on the OST for Max 2?
That is the plan, yes. Although he will not be the only
Did
one.
you write
making...
down the answer? I'm gonna DM it to him because he said he didn't. He's gotta go.
Who's gotta go?
Monochronic said he's gotta go on stream. So could you write down the answer somewhere so I could DM it to him?
Fucker. I hate him. I hate Monochronic. I hate Monochronic. We're working with Masked still, and we will be working with some other people too. We got cool guys. One sec. Jsoull, would you rather animate on DC2 or Flash MX 2004? I have no idea what either of those are, so fuck you. Bastard. Such psychopaths. Alright. Next question.
I wrote down the answer. I'm gonna DM it to him.
Thank you for being so nice, Tachi. Dark, are you present?
Yes, I am here.
Next question.
Jsoull, what do you think of Stagnate, and what do you think happened to him? Dragon Z Blue asks, Stagnate?
Stagnate, he was a really popular Manus animator back in the earlier part of the king, like, you know, back when Delamortes was king. He did some really good animations. He was a part of a lot of the OG collabs, and then he just kind of like vanished. Fuck you, Rooster. Anyways, I don't really know what happened to him. I never talked to him personally. I have talked to Delamortes directly. I've talked to Alpha Nuva. I've talked to Dim. I've never talked to Stagnant. Maybe he's somewhere on some server under a different name, but from all my knowledge, he just kind of vanished. He was a really good animator, though, and he had some good projects under his belt. I think he made some solos, too. He was really skilled. But then he kind of just vanished. I don't know what happened. Sometimes people just disappear. Kind of like Lil Rizzy, but I think he got conscripted, so that's a decent reason to vanish. Grab this motherfucker. Okay, I got done him. I wanted to reanimate the agent so he has a bit more of like a bounce when he gets thrown back up off the ground. Goes boing. And
this next one's gonna hit a sore nerve.
Uh-oh.
So, Sikrith is asking, Crinkle said MC12 won't actually be called Part 1, but will have a different naming scheme. Is that better, or should he just name them as separate full episodes?
I don't...
Minus 12ification.
What the fuck is he gonna call it then if it's not Part 1? It's gonna be 12.5 or something? That'd be confusing because the .5s always delineate their own episodes. It's not like 7.5 was half a 7. So what the fuck is he gonna call it? If it's all like the same cartoon. Like, I'm genuinely curious, Skrinth, if you know what the answer is. Like, I have no fucking idea. What else what is he gonna, like, what's he gonna do? Like, Section A, Section B? What else could you even use to name it? Side A, Side B? It's dumb. It's dumb. Why not just say parts, because it's literally what it is? I mean, my main problem is the fact that it's being cut up into smaller pieces in the first place.
How many parts do you think it's gonna be? I'm hoping it's just half and half, you know? But like you said, maybe we could wait it longer and just have the full thing come out instead of having to do it in pieces like the Demo series.
I don't
and
like the Demo series works in pieces because it was never meant to be one whole cartoon. It was always meant to be little snapshots that eventually got tied together.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a problem with the Demo series.
we're gonna have to see you're gonna have to see Hank and Stanford die like 5 times and resurrect 5 times in between the parts.
It's dumb and like, fuck.
I mean, if it's long, then you could probably look at it from like the older Bandit's perspective, where Hank died at the end of every single one of them.
Oh my god.
But even then, they continued like way later into the future, you know?
Well, yeah.
Story-wise.
Okay. Yeah, my issue is more gonna be like, cutting up the episodes into smaller pieces will inherently change how they flow. Like, see, like 9 point, like 9. I think 9.5 is pretty good, but it's very noticeable when the first part ends and the second begins, because it immediately shifts perspective to some different place versus having any kind of continued flow from place to place. You know?
I think what would be better is to end it on cliffhangers, but even then, that's bad.
That'd be bad because
Like-
it's
like-
also
like
awkward
what I mean-
for the. It's awkward for flow because like, what's the point of a cliffhanger if when the full thing's together, it's like, you know, just immediately.
Because what I
continues?
mean is like, I don't mean like, oh, like the Deadmos cliffhangers where he just dies in a, in a
Fellas,
wall.
fellas, it appears
Yeah?
you may have some mic problems because people are asking for you to raise it or speak a bit louder.
Well,
For Jsoull specifically.
my voice is too low.
Maybe.
I don't know, I can hear you fine.
I see one guy saying he has his volume almost at max, but I don't see him saying my volume's low anywhere.
Tell him to check sound mixer or something.
Are all of our voices coming in fine? I checked the OBS mixer and our voices are mostly level. Can you try saying something real quick, Dachi?
Hello, 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 hello. Yo.
Yeah, we're about the same level.
Yeah.
Alright.
But like I was saying, I'm at cliffhangers like, it's like, oh, two characters are about to clash, and then it's like this little blur, and then it fades to black. I mean, that's really annoying, but
It is. Okay,
It
I'm
might
gonna turn
keep
up the
maintaining the
transmission
flow.
volume a little bit for everybody. I'll turn it up by like a quarter. Okay, I boosted everyone up a lot. Okay, our voices should be coming in a lot clearer now. Alright, so, yeah, my main issue with, yeah, like how we just talked about, like, how they're segmented is going to be changing how it flows. Like, imagine MC11 works as a solid non-stop cartoon. Like, it has flow from start to finish. Now, imagine if it got cut in the middle after, like, let's say...
like when Hank got pulled out and they got stabbed by a trillion spikes.
Yeah, like, imagine, like, if it cut to black after that. That's kind of like how I see it. Like, you would inherently have to change how it flows for that to work in multiple parts, because you can't just like snap to black. That'd just be kind of awkward. If he wants to treat like, because of how long the time is between the episodes, he wants to treat them like they have a smooth outro, but inherently that's incongruous to it being a like linear experience. So that's why I inherently disagree with the idea of the main episodes being cut into smaller parts. That only works for me for like anthology series like Deadmos.
Maybe the way it is, it's like. So the reason why we have like Man of Kombat going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that each one has its own like separate goal or idea to have a thing going on with it, right? So maybe MC12 was probably like as long as MC11, but it's called Part 1 because it's only half of the plot that goes on there. I mean, sure, we could sit down and watch a 24-minute one that's the full thing, but if it's not like tiny little bite-sized pieces and like an actual huge one part and then huge another part, all this stuff, maybe it might be promising.
Yeah.
I mean, it still sucks, but it's like...
I'd really prefer it just being... I think if you ask most people, they would just prefer it being one bigger episode.
I mean...
Actually, I can just ask the fucking chat right here by making a poll.
Okay, I'm gonna go into Half-Life territory. It's gonna be like episode 1 and 2.
Or Madness episodes. One sec.
Hey, Mr. Sand Eater asked who would win in a one-on-one fist fight, Halo Grunt or Manus Combat Grunt? I'd say Halo Grunt. Those guys are menaces.
Yeah, those guys are actually pretty big compared to regular people.
Like you think they're weak, but you play as a Spartan or as an ODST the whole time, not as a civilian.
Yeah, grunts, you know, they look like they're pushovers, but then they fire beams of plasma that cut through all metal and flesh. Like, oh, okay, that's pretty dangerous.
Not to mention the kamikaze ones.
Fucking bastards. But
While that's filling up, Whiskey wonders, after Max 2, will you work on more projects or something?
Of course, yeah. I have a lot of plans. I want to make other independent movies from Madness. I want to make... I have an idea for doing like a webcomic. I have multiple game projects. One with Dark Signal being the expansion pack to Project Nexus 2. Which we...
Jsoull,
What?
we should collaborate on the webcomic.
Sure, we could do that maybe. But yeah, I have plans for a webcomic or like a little animated series. I'm absolutely making at least one game. That isn't just the Project Nexus 2 expansion.
Oh, please get me on that too.
Why do you want to make a video game so bad?
I want to make a video game.
Video
games.
Video
I want to
games.
make a video game. That's what I want to do. That I want to do that for my career.
If you got the skills for it, go right ahead. I just know the industry's kind of cutthroat. Don't work for Activision.
That's true. That's true.
They're a bunch of fuckers.
I'm gonna do the most evil thing and work for Valve, bro. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me making the next CS:GO great in like 10 years.
Fuck off. Fucking hate Valve and their bullshit. Anyways, yeah, but I got plenty of plans after Max too. I'm not just
to choose like what project you work on, right, at Valve. So maybe I could come in there and save TF2, you know?
Maybe, but you're probably gonna just get peer pressured and bullied off of it because I heard the office politics are fucking horrible there.
Probably. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You were saying something before I cut in.
I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna be working on plenty of projects after Max too. I'm not gonna be abandoning this channel. I'm just gonna be uploading all my future stuff here too. It's just not specifically gonna be Madness themed anymore. It's gonna be like basically just all the stuff I make. So get other cartoons, get movies, get games.
No more madness.
I mean, I plan on making the best Madness movie that could ever be made, so people can't say that there's unused potential. I want to make sure the movie's so good that I never regret, like, stopping making them, because I'm like, no, I did the best I could. I want to be like that.
I mean, how much money have you poured into this thing on top of that?
A couple grand at this point.
Damn.
I mean, a couple grand went into one guy who eventually got bombed. One musician I knew who lived in Rhode Island. He got kidnapped by the mafia and they put a steel wire around his neck until his head popped off like a cork.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So he died. Which sucks. I'm seeing a lot of questions that were asked in the meantime, Dark. And can you scroll up and get the first one we missed?
Yes. I was
Sure.
waiting for you to finish.
I see one by L Beans. It start from there, then go down. Wait, no, one guy's saying there's... Oh, wait, let me take a look at the poll. Yeah, 79% say they'd rather have the episodes be whole pieces.
L Beans asked, which Jsoull, which version of the anime you think is the best? I've been considering swapping CS6 to animate.
It depends what version of Animate. Then I actually just recently got my hands on 2023, and it actually is a bit better.
Not possible. Not real.
No, I mean, like, it crashes less than my version of Animate. But I don't know if there's any, like, hidden knives or bear traps that crush your fingers if you do the wrong thing. Like, there might be some secret button where if you hit X 3 times, it deletes your entire operating system and, like, wipes your drives. It might do that. I don't know. I haven't used it enough yet. But I would say keep both. You don't need to swap. Keep CS... I mean, I'm guessing you're already pirating them. Just keep CS6 and then fuck around with the new version of Animate if you can and see which one you like more. In terms of, like, reliability, CS6 is the most reliable I've ever used. That's crashed on me the least. Only, like,
It
a
goes
couple
without
times.
saying, duplicate your old animation files if you're going to use it with Animate.
Yeah, don't use the same file and swap it between Flash versions because that's playing with fire.
And on top of that, I think I'm using 2020's version of Animate or something like that. Mine has been unstable recently. I mean, you've seen Jsoull. I've had the doctor's sprite corrupt on me at least twice.
Yeah, it gets pretty shit. I have the crash count for Max 2 is currently like 86. I think it's like 86 right now. So pretty intense. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, Nitro Cat's now asking, hey Jsoull, why did N51 allied with ammo?
Oh, you want to know why the two most evil forces in the universe held hands and made out? Well, it's simple. They both needed each other's help to conduct a successful invasion of the Megaplex. N51 on their own have a lot of hardware and a lot of people, but they lack the, let's say, exotic weaponry of ammo that are necessary for taking out key targets and enemies. So they could definitely make a dent and push deep into the city and probably get to the tower, but eventually Nexus would just overwhelm them with sheer numbers and their crazy wacky shit. Ammo on their own could definitely infiltrate the tower and do a lot of damage, but they just have nowhere near the numbers necessary to be able to secure the sectors. So while they could definitely take out key targets and cause a lot of damage, they would eventually be pushed out. But together, they got the numbers and they got the precision. And that's why they're holding hands and killing as many Nexus soldiers as possible.
Which leads to this next question by Nexus Zero. And I guess he's putting bets on his enemies. If N51 and Ammo were ever to battle, which he considers unlikely, who would come out on top?
Coin flip. If we don't count Abaddon, maybe N51. It depends. There's a lot of context to it. Like, if it was like a first contact war versus like a betrayal sort of thing. If we're talking like first contact, they immediately try to kill each other. N51 would probably be winning at the start, and then Ammo starts bringing out the fucking bug tanks and laser quantanium drone beams.
Yeah, you have to consider the confrontation on a tactical and a strategic level.
I think on a strategic level, N51 would have the advantage, but like in the actual engagements, Ammo would be winning just due to their crazy tech. It's hard to say. I'd say it could go, like, it could be either one, really. It depends.
And a couple of people are surprised that you have currently sunk a couple of grand on this movie.
I mean, it's the last Madness project I'll ever be a part of. I mean, except for maybe that mod we're doing, but I wanted to make sure it's the best thing ever. I want to make sure I got the best people for the job. I got the best musicians for the best music. I don't want any single part of it to ever feel like... Because I never want to come back to this later and say, I could have done better. Oh, I should have done that. Oh, I should have done this. No, I want to make sure from the get-go, everything is the best I can make it. That is the most genuine, best Madness movie I can ever make. That is why. Does that act as a good answer for you, Barky Darky?
I'm not the one who asked it.
Oh yeah, some crazy guy did. Well, now he understands.
And we have this optional question asking, who do you think is the all-round best spriter in the community in terms of making skilled and good-looking sprites? I say it's optional because it doesn't have to be answered according to the asker.
I mean, that's just tough to say because there's all kinds of different...
Yeah, it's like who's to say one spriter style is superior over another's?
It's not just style, but like the way they apply their sprites. Like I think Cheese is pretty good because he's able to make a lot of sprites really quickly with good quality. But then there's some people who do like these crazy hyper detailed angles, but then they get so detailed to where they're not able to do like full perspective, so when they only do like a front and a side. And then there's some people with really good styles, but then they don't really make movies. And it's like, it's, you know, trying to gauge like actual value just from sprite making is a bit hard, I will say. I think that, like, in terms of general spriting, probably Shoot to Cheese. Because he's able to make stuff really quick, and he has a good bar of quality. Is that a good answer for you? And, yeah, we have... over 40 votes, and everyone agrees that whole episode would be objectively better. Damn. We do have a question from earlier from Dragon's Blue asking, what do you guys think about the latest Madness Kombat fan arts? Which I think is probably in reference to like the whole FNF surge we got. Dachi, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I feel like it's just like a... I feel like that question's only there to get a reaction.
I haven't seen any Madness fan art for maybe the better part of 2 years.
Dachi, how could you?
2 or 3 years. Like as for as long as I've been out, there's nothing that I remember, nothing that I've seen.
Damn.
So
I would say that it's a bit of a mixed bag. I've seen some fantastic artists have really cool interpretations of characters, and a
Oh,
bunch
what's
of
that
other
guy's
people.
name? Damos Art. That guy's so cracked.
Yeah,
I
Damos
love that
Art's
guy.
fucking incredible. He is one of the best.
He is
I've
an
seen.
inspiration.
His quality is so good that it got into the official game. So consider that. But it's like a mixed bag between these really, really talented, genuine artists, and then like you got like a bunch of weirdos doing like their. I mean, I don't want to shame people, but we got like weird like fetish stuff. We got weird shipping art, just things that I seem as like incongruous to the identity of the madness community. I mean, you know, if you're an artist, draw whatever you want, but I just find certain things to be, let's say, like a bit lacking in tact, I will say.
Kid named Microsoft Paint Hank doing I was about to say Five Nights at Freddy's Friday Night Funkin' stuff.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people posting more MS Paint scribbles since FNF showed up, but now FNF's kind of like fading away, and I'm seeing that a lot less, which I'm thankful for. I do say I don't have a problem with people posting MS Paint stuff inherently. It's more just like it needs to be clear that they're at least trying. And my issue is a lot of the time they're not even trying. Like it's just like scribbling nonsense just to get a reaction, right?
What was I gonna say about FNF? Right. The way I think about FNF is that, so remember Newgrounds Rumble, right?
Yeah.
It's like the evil version of Newgrounds Rumble.
Really?
Yeah, because you got like Madness characters and a bunch of Newgrounds characters showing up in Friday Night Funkin', but Newgrounds Rumble pulled it off cooler because it was like a Smash Bros. Type of game.
And that was way more interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, remember everyone, MS Paint drawings are good. It's a good gateway into art, but
it should not be
try to
the
be
end
better.
all be all, and you at least have to try. Like you can't just scribble nonsense.
Don't meme around for the attention.
That's unfortunately what I
something
see.
good.
In a
Make
lot
something
of,
good for yourself, not even for others. Make something good for yourself. I love my art. I've been recently, like all the sketches I've been doing, when it hits, it hits.
It can be a very fulfilling experience. Okay, I'm just reshading this a little bit because this is probably one of the oldest weapons I made for the movie.
This question from Duck with a Hat might send you on a tangent. Jsoull, what do you think of Terraria?
I really like it, actually. I don't know why this would be like a tangent. I don't have anything against the game.
Well, we used to
No,
play
I didn't mean like anything against it. I meant like, oh my god, I love Terraria type of
Oh
thing.
yeah, I mean, I've been playing it since I was like in fucking middle school, like when I was 12. I love it so much, and I've been sticking with the game for a long time. I was part of a modding team for a while with Mr. Sarge. It was a mod called of Dark and Below, and I made a bunch of stuff for it that never got into the game. I can actually show some of that off here, because why not? Let me just open up a new file to drag this shit in. 100 inches? No, fucking normal. Yeah, over 8,000? No, fuck off. And Flash for some reason is setting the default for any new file to like fucking 8K resolution. I have no idea why. Okay, give me a minute. I was part of a modding team that was making like a fucking new boss. It was like a full like content expansion, like a medium-sized one. A bit like how I think it was called Sacred Tools or something, and then it got renamed to Shadows of Abaddon. There's a lot of really cool projects for it. And me and Dark Signal, me and Dark Minister, and I also did a playthrough with Spots, a few other guys over the years. But it's been a long time. My last playthrough was with Dark, and that was like almost 2.5 years ago. We had a lot of fun though. I think it's a really great game to play with friends. I really like the ramping up of power levels, how you start as a guy with sticks and stones and you end by like flying around shooting phoenix laser beams with diamond birds and shit. It's pretty cool.
I'll understand it one of these days, man. I could never find the vibe in Terraria. The one time I hit it, I played for like, I don't know, 16 hours. Yeah, I got it right at some point. But I still fell out of it.
Hey, here's like a dragon sprite I made that I made this with Borkman, and he was supposed to animate it, and he never fucking animated it. This took me a long time to do. I learned how to like sprite with new techniques to make this guy. There's like a 4-winged dragon. And I could drag in the other ones too. Let me find them. Made a bunch of monster guys, a couple items. This guy's called Null Walkers. These dragon. Oh yeah, these like walking dragon guys. I got the walking animation for them.
Somebody asked, "Hey Jsoull, and by extension everyone else, what's your favorite animator / animation ever?"
I feel like we've answered this question.
It's a hard one to. I mean, like maybe on another stream, but then hear what Dachi has to say. Come on, Dachi, what do you have to say, huh?
Honestly, I'm leaning towards Maximum Ninja animations. Those are my personal favorites. Or I forgot the name of this one. It was about this guy that kept getting screwed up at the end of every episode, and then he came back as a zombie. And then at the end,
Madness Mini.
his soul got knocked out of his soul.
Madness Mini.
You have to fight. Yeah, Madness Mini.
Yeah, the deputy kept coming
Yeah, the
back.
deputy. I remember that.
Neither of those got finished. Neither of those got finished, and I'm so sad about it.
Pisses me off. I'm gonna drop all of some of the sprites. I also made like an entire I did make some armor sets. Let me find those. No, not that one. There we go. A little book. I at least appreciate how these upscale sharply in Flash and they don't blur out. Let me grab the other files real quick. I'm sorry there's a bit of a tangent, but like I worked on this for a long time, and then the Sarge slipped on a banana peel and the whole thing kind of turned into doo-doo. I don't even think it's updated for the latest version of Terraria, so I'm not even sure if it can be played anymore. Let me go find armor. Yeah, I made a bunch of armor sets. Give me a minute. Bunch of old shit. Where's the fucking gifts for these goddamn fucking things, motherfucking piece of shit, bastard fucking... Give me a minute. Hey Dark, I found a copy of the old Excalibur in this Terraria folder for some reason.
Oh, history saves.
That's incredibly bizarre.
Well, here's something. Speaking of bizarre, we have a question from Pook TV wondering, could you explain why their weapons, I'm assuming ammo weapons, are so high tech? Are they better funded than those of normies?
It's not like really funding in this case. It's more like just them having way better technology. They basically sat inside of a mountain for 10 trillion years, rubbed together sticks and stones, and asked Satan to give them the coolest shit. And they got the coolest shit. I'm dragging all these bastards. I'm dragging all the armors I did, and then you can see little animations of them. No, don't be stuck there, goddammit. I don't want to permanently delete that file. What are you talking about? Piece of crap. Ammo has better tech because they're way cooler people. And they've had a lot more time to, you know, fuck around with it. I really want to spread them out so you can see them all, but Flash is a piece of garbage. And when I drag in these GIFs, it automatically, like, lays them out like this. Actually, I could probably... What I'm going to do is delete that shit. And then I just make symbols for them. Blah, 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 empty symbol, and just drag it inside, and then just make copies and show them off there. This set was based off of Oz and the Unmovable from Made in the Abyss, I remember. It should play. There we go. And then I can just copy, paste in place, make a duplication, and just do the other ones in there. Just name it nonsense. It's really fucking annoying. I wish you could just like move around the GIFs as like a movie clip, but no, that'd be too much to ask for. Here's my dev armor set, actually, I'm dragging in. If it doesn't crash, that is. There we go. There, now you can see him. I have more than this, though. The bottom one is my dev armor set. And we're going to make a boss based around it, I remember. It's going to be something you found in hell. But then, you know, that never really got done. And I'll drop in one more. Delete, new layer. And let's say, oh, this one was kind of cool. Let's do that one. It's weird, like alien looking one. I think it looks kind of like a dragonfly. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. Load already, goddammit! I don't know why the hell Flash crawls on its hands and knees when I'm giving it a gift with a fucking resolution of 40 by 50 pixels. There we go. Just a few armor sets I did. It was fun though, and it taught me some basics for spriting, which is going to be useful for that game project I want to do. It can be kind of neat. I see many other questions that were passed. Can we get those out of the way?
Lemon Duck is asking, what do you think of the Half-Life Raising the Bad Redux mod I played a while back?
Raising the what?
I'm assuming it's raising the bar, but he said raising the bad.
I mean, I've played Dark Interval and I really like that. And what I've seen it from Raising the Bar, it seems like it's pretty damn good quality. I'm just glad that it's like fulfilling a dream of my childhood self. We're finally getting these beta mods and they're actually coming out now instead of just being left in limbo for eternity. There were a bunch way back in the day that were pretty promising, but then they just never got finished. I know there was another old one called, yeah, I think the original Raising the Bar mod existed. I know that for a fact. There's one called Missing Information that I remember looked really promising, but then they just stopped updating it. I don't know what happened there. And I remember there was another one called Cremation, I think. And there's another one called Checkerboard Hopes, Axel Project. There's a bunch. I mean, so many people were trying to do it back, especially back when the leaks were hot. Unlike nowadays, where we already had a leak of other Valve content, more people are focused on that.
Forget about all Half-Life 2 mods, just play Entropy 02 and just...
Oh, yeah, Easy 2 is like the best. If you, like for me, it like calmed the part of my soul that wanted Half-Life 3. Because it
There's this other mod
us...
coming out, sorry, Jesus. There's this other mod coming out called, excuse me.
Sorry, yeah, Dachi's in prison. Sorry about that. Those are people probably laughing about how they just shanked some lawyers. It's getting out of a good deal. But Dark has also played Entropy 02, and I think he agrees that it is definitely worth existing.
I wouldn't say it's the best mod, but it's one of the best.
And it feels the most like a genuine Half-Life game. It feels like, at least like gameplay-wise and set-piece-wise, it's very Valve. Old Valve, let me say. OG Valve, it feels like. It gives the player enough choice.
Called? I was mentioning it earlier. I didn't mention the name because I forgot, but you seen that other mod where you get to play as like an exiled cyborg Metro Cop, right?
Which one was that?
I sent it to you at some point. It had like a little demo. It's supposed to be a little bit more slower pace or something like. I'll find it.
I remember you sent it to me, but I never ended up playing it because I was stuck animating these
because it's not
scenes.
out. It's not out. It's like still in development, but I forgot its name.
Bastards. If that Rooster cockadoodles one more time, I'm gonna bring him on stream. Actually, I'll leave his fate to the audience. I'm just gonna have to. I guess I'm just gonna have to ask these questions. Engage with the audience.
I found it. Half-Life 2 Inhuman.
Inhuman? Sounds pretty decent. That fucking bird!
Well, guess it's time to bring him in. They've cock-a-doodled it once.
What's he doing waking up at 4 over there, right?
They're just weird. I'll make sure the audience wants it before I go grab a cock! Fuckers. I'm seeing a lot of other questions in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of Half-Life, some questions are coming in about the HECU. High Roller was asking if you like the HECU HD model or the Black Mesa model, and my response to that is, as if it's a fucking question.
Yeah, Black Mesa's kind of objectively better. There's a lot of talk about the HD model pack. I really hate it. I really hate it for Half-Life 1. I always would turn it off if I could. And any mod that uses it, I just kind of find gross.
Heavy.
No, it's because, like, it's so incongruous. Because it's inconsistent. Not every model gets updated. I don't mean, like, oh, they forgot some, like, old tin cans. No, like, a lot of the creatures in Zen don't get updated. The controllers don't get updated. The Nihilith doesn't get updated. The Garnarch doesn't get updated. It's like, there's so many, so much shit that's just not done. I guess because they just didn't bother. So my main issue is just it feels incongruous, and I feel like just the OG, like lower polygon style just fits Half-Life's general aesthetic a bit more. Like for the level of fidelity, I prefer the OG, for sure. I also saw Dragon Blue ask what that dragon was from earlier. That was a 4-winged dragon that was meant to be the final boss of a new biome for Terraria. It was like a floating castle in the sky. It would have all this like old bronze coins you could find, all these weird creatures coming out of nowhere. We even had I mean, like, it was in the mod, I remember. We didn't, I mean, not the boss, but you could find the biome, it had the music, had some of the creatures. But we just never finished the boss, because Borkman gave up and left. Like a bastard. Freakazoid. But, yeah. Do you have a similar opinion about the models, Dachi?
Yeah, I prefer the original ones. I mean, I think the HD model pack has some good ideas, but it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. Like, it's like loading up Half-Life Source Half-Life 2. No, sorry. Half-Life 1 source match in Gary's mod while you're playing with like ultra-realistic mods, you know?
That's another reason I really don't like Half-Life Source.
The map doesn't even fit with the models.
It's just kind of, the whole thing's just kind of awkward and bad, and I really don't like it. And that's on top of Source 1 just being very technically bad. My fucking bird, I'm gonna grab his face, I'm gonna squeeze. It seems like a lot of people really want to see that cock on stream. Give me a minute to do a little bit more of this and I'll go grab him. Grabbing cocks. Let me put that one in the middle.
Continuing the subject on the HECU, Lemon Duck asked a question for me, wondering who would win in a fight between the HECU and N51.
I have my own answer to that, but I want to hear what the creator has to say.
I mean, we have to clarify, which version are we talking about? The original HECU or the Black Mesa's HECU?
Because they are different.
Yes, they are.
Opposing Force Adrian Shepard HECU.
Because Black Mesa uses a lot of vehicles from the Marines, while the standard HECU uses a lot of vehicles from the Army.
USA, USA.
Instead of using the Bradley, the Black Mesa version uses the LAV-25.
Damn LAVs. I hate LAVs so much, Dark. Paching, paching. Alright. Let me pop the barrel out a little more. Damn HECU. They talk about their ass being heavy and they're supposed to treat it like it's not sexual harassment.
For fuck's sake.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about because people won't shut up about it.
Dark really hates it so much that he would kill the people who did it. They would just
No, it's just that anytime anyone thinks of the HECU, that's all people can think about. And
My
for that
ass.
reason alone, that's why they would lose.
My ass is heavy.
I mean, have you seen how bad Half-Life 1's AI is?
Yeah.
If anyone who's seen Freeman's Mind, they would know.
He fell for that trick again.
Hey, you
And
did the
again.
speedruns, right? You know when you enter, we got hostiles, right? And the scientist is running over like, open the silo door, and they throw a grenade at him, and they trick his AI into going back and opening the silo door for them. I can never pull it off, but I love
For
it.
God's sake, open the silo door. They're coming for us. It's our only way out. That guy's screaming about silo doors like a possessed farmer. I'm sorry about the Freeman's Mind quotes. I fucking love that series so much. I was like the OG machinima. Goodness. Oh, Scorpac's here. Hey, man.
Yes, he is.
We love you, Scorpion. We love you so much.
RXZQ is wondering how long will Max 2 be approximately. And his user profile is using a shot from the commencement trailer.
I see you have good tastes. So far in the movie, footage-wise, is about 30 minutes. Which is like, damn. I thought this movie was originally only going to be 25 minutes, and we're already past like 30. It's ridiculous. We're currently in the commercial sector, so this scene here on the bridge, this is like the later part, like, so there's a whole intro sequence of vehicles and stuff, Then we have this scene, some more explosions and vehicles, and then we get some some good old classic combat with OCs and soldiers and stuff. By the end of the sector, we should be. I mean, after the sector, after the throne and the finale, not counting credits, we're probably gonna be shy of 40 minutes, maybe a full 40, 45. I don't know. It depends, because already I thought that the movie would be no longer than 25 with everything. And yet, here we are, well beyond that point already, and trucking along. I would say probably at least 40 minutes. I'm going to try to make it so it isn't torture to watch by having scenes that break up the action. So it doesn't suffer from White Hank syndrome where the non-stop action makes you numb to the combat and just gets boring.
Oh my god, those things got really long, right? What was the longest one? Like an hour?
Something like that, and it got too
I've watched
long.
the first one, then I just couldn't be bothered because they kept getting longer.
Longer and longer and longer. Dachi has a bit of an aversion to anything that's particularly long.
No, I like it when it's quality, but it's like sitting down and watching I don't know, TikTok reels. Because it's a constant stimulation.
TikTok shit, this stuff kills
Stop.
people, you know.
Well, I'm glad I don't have it, but it doesn't matter that I don't have it because every single goddamn app has shifted to a Reels-based thing. I mean, YouTube Shorts, you know?
Fuck YouTube Shorts. I fucking hate it's hitting a lot of channels that used to, because for a long time, YouTube prioritized channels that make longer videos. So that fucked over a lot of animators specifically. And people started making more documentary style. There's a huge boon of documentary style content. You see so many people, 15-hour documentaries about everything. And I don't mind that at all. I actually like documentary videos. But then
let me check something on my channel real quick, right?
Go ahead.
Here's a good example, right? So I spent a month working on my 500 subscriber special, right? It's a 17-minute long video.
1 moment, please.
All right.
What's up?
Oh, you keep going.
All right. It's a 17-minute long video, just a bunch of clips throughout 2022, right? I think. And that thing, 500 subscribers special got 133 views.
Yeah.
But I posted a short. of a meme, right? With a different sound I put over it. It was an inside joke. Almost 500 people saw that one. It's ridiculous.
That's just how it is. Longer.
I mean, I don't like to complain. I mean, you can
Yeah,
watch
I know
whatever
what
you wanna watch,
know. You're
but
being
it's
reasonable though,
ridiculous.
because it doesn't matter the quality of the content. Now it's just arbitrary measures are directly affecting its performance. It doesn't matter how good it is. This is what happened to a lot of animators back on the early I'd say late 2010s is when it got bad for animators. That's why a lot of people quit. And you had more story time people showing up because they could make the content a lot faster and longer with minimal animation. That's why Jaded Animations, for instance, got so fucking popular, because she could make these videos much simpler compositions, make them a lot longer where it's mostly just her voice, and still promote it as animated content, and that's how they took over the algorithm for a while. But it's the case where if you don't upload shorts, your channel gets deprioritized. It's fucking bullshit. It's I'm worried that if I don't put TikTok emoji LOL emoji bullshit in the fucking max 2 thumbnail, it's gonna get 5 views and won't even get pushed to my subscribers.
It's freaking ridiculous, man.
It's fucking needless stress. Even though
I hate it because I put on videos I put actual effort in. Nobody really looks at it, and then I post this one-off meme, right? And suddenly everyone on the goddamn face of the earth has seen it.
Well, no, here's the fucking thing. You shouldn't, I also came to recognize this myself. It isn't the quality. It isn't you're making worse content when you do that. It's just the fact that YouTube itself is not showing people it. That's the thing. Literally, people, even in your subscriber list, will not be sent that video.
You have to follow whatever the meta is, and you have to follow whatever's trending at that time to get anything. I mean,
meta? You mean Facebook?
No, don't even go there. Way back, you remember a year ago, for some reason, Hear You Gaming memes were just popping off for
everywhere,
no freaking
everywhere.
reason, right? Hold on. I'm looking for the video I made. Right, so I make a legitimate video a while ago or something like that. It's a short one too, you know, it's like 2 minutes or something like that. Like 50 people saw it, alright. And then I posted a video of Kiryu Gaming where it's just me playing Yakuza 6 for like 30 seconds. I stretched the video out, I had some funny sound effects. Almost 3,000 people saw it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just how it is. And that's why, like, even, like, I got like over I have almost 65,000 subscribers right now. But I have a feeling that, like, it's gonna
be people saw it, but
it's only gonna fucking push to like probably like 100 people or so. Like I remember like a while. I don't think it's this bad anymore. But I remember pushing out news posts and people were telling me like half the time, like you know, I had people like who are subscribed to me that I also talk to sometimes, and they said like they straight up would not get notifications. Like period. They just don't get notified when subscribers push things, because it's all part of the algorithm. It's all bullshit. Bunch of fucky monkey bullshit.
Where was I?
Hi, we're talking about.
Oh yeah, Squid wants to know if you can please upload the old CSOs to a Mega or a Go file or something.
I can. Most of them are gonna be on my old computer, and they're probably still intact. I have a couple that are just unlisted on YouTube. But why do you want them so bad?
CSO hard drive giveaway.
I mean, I don't really give that much of a shit now. I've seen people re-upload these CSOs. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because the CSOs are already basically just re-uploads of Crinkles' content with sounds.
Guts on the mic is wondering if you're a Twisted Metal fan or excited for the adaptation.
Twisted Metal sounds very familiar.
It sounds like a racing game.
It was a racing game on the original PlayStation, apparently. I'm really sorry, I've never seen it. I was more of a Crazy Taxi guy on the GameCube. I also played the arcade game. That was really fun. Crazy Taxi. That was a good one. Do you ever see those like taxi arcade games in the arcades, Dark? Or were you not that kind of guy?
I haven't seen them in the arcades, but I know my younger brother used to play Simpsons Road Rage a lot, and that was kind of the same.
Oh, that was actually a really good one. That wasn't just like another GTA clone. That was actually like really fun.
Yeah, but I think it got sued by Sega because apparently it was a clone of Crazy Taxi or something.
Crazy? I mean, the whole thing wasn't about racing around the taxi. It was like an open world and everything, though. That'd be a bit weird to say that it's a clone.
Well, apparently the Simpsons Road Rage was a lighter version of Simpsons Hit and Run, which was more open world.
No, I was thinking of Hit and Run. Sorry, not Road Rage.
Road Rage was more like the taxi game.
Yeah, okay, Hit and Run was what I was thinking. That's the one I played all the time. That was like the GTA style one.
Yeah, Road Rage used the same engine. It just had the taxi gameplay in it.
Oh, all right. I think that makes a little bit more sense then.
Yeah, I remember my brother was obsessed with that game to the point where he figured out all the cheat codes. Not even the legitimate ones. Like all the dev codes where you could play as the test vehicle or turn on different kinds of cameras.
Fucking freakazoid. Everyone's crazy now.
I used to be like that with GTA San Andreas way back in the day.
That's how it goes, man.
I gotta finish that game. I'm so close to finishing San Andreas and like, just it's like a quest, right, for a younger me.
I remember back when you showed me. I mean, back when you started playing it again, you showed me like the the CJ thing. All you had to do is follow the damn train, CJ.
Listen, man. Near the end of the game, they throw you back into Los Santos, and you have to capture the gang territories all over again.
What the fuck?
And I had already captured all of them before like you get put off in some other part of the map, and I don't have it in me. I don't have the patience to do that. They undid all my work.
Yeah, I kind of hate it when games do that.
Honestly, it's just one of those old game things.
Those old game things, you know what I'm talking
like a bunch
about.
of a bunch of old games are good, but a bunch of old games are just like annoying in some like capacity.
Annoying in some
like I was
bullshit
playing
way.
Prince of Persia Warrior Within, and I got stuck at some point just because of how annoying it is, man. Like I don't have the patience for this crap anymore.
It's bullshit. Shit from a bull. Okay, I can add shading. Should I make it uber detailed, or is just some light touched up shading better, you think? Let me do the slide next and I'll figure it out. Bunch of bullshit. I remember for some reason, it's back when I fucking painted the decals like a fool and I made them all in the same shape. Let me fix that. Let me just cut this out entirely. Clean up these lines. Any other questions you see so far, Dachi? I saw a couple more ads.
I'm looking at them.
I'm looking.
Twisted
I'm
Metal. Where did that one come from? Okay. I'm trying to see if we missed anything.
Lemon Duck did mention something about, yeah, go back and see if you can find any. Because I know we missed a couple, one of my rants.
Combustible Lemon asked how long have you been working on Max 2?
Over 2 years?
Ooh.
Yeah, I started back in like...
More.
I started back in...
Didn't you start back in like 2019 at the end, the tail end of it?
Dude, you had me since like middle school. I'm in college now.
No, I mean you weren't working on the movie that whole time. I've known you for a while though.
I started helping out at some point. I think like when I got into high school, like freshman year. So this would be.
It definitely was not that
5
long
years.
ago. No, definitely not.
4 or 5 years.
No.
Maximum 4.
I remember full development started after I moved up to college in Vermont. That was 2020. I started working on the tail end of 2019, 2020. We definitely worked together on other things prior to that. We might have done some characters together
Who's
for
here?
some things.
We got
but...
somebody in the call.
Oh, someone else joined?
Birdie Gouge.
Jesus fucking Christ. But what the hell?
Okay, I told you I would probably wake up late. I'm sorry. I'm so
You
fucking
said
sorry.
you'd wake up late, but I thought since you knew the stream was gonna happen, you'd make sure you don't do that.
Trust me, I really tried to go to sleep earlier. But
I have you
that
tied
didn't
up on
really
the
help.
stream right now with rope.
Get that rope off of me.
Me
I
being
can break
here
these cuffs.
was-
You can't break those
me
cuffs.
being here was complete chance. All right, I went to bed really late as well, and I just happened to wake up at I don't know 11:30, and then Jsoull was like, "Oh, yeah, someone's not gonna show up. Did you get in here in 8 minutes?"
Thanks, Nova. But now at least you're here. Good God.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It's been
Bitch.
Yeah,
72
it's funny. I
minutes.
feel that. That's like half the reason why I don't show up. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna wake up in time.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Jsoull got really lucky today to catch me.
Yeah, because basically everyone else was out of commission. Cheese, I whipped him too much. Because he was almost on every single stream. But then for once in his life, he said he wanted to go eat some food, because I never feed him. And I beat him up really bad, and then he passed out, and he couldn't be on the stream.
I think that breaks the Geneva.
I mean, have you ever beat someone up so bad they turn green? Because that happened to Cheese.
I think that's just because he's spoiled.
Spoiled cheese.
Fucking
Yeah.
slaves. This is how it goes. Oh, that little rooster, he really wants me to fucking wring out his neck like a towel on stream.
You know, the votes are still going.
It's still going. Almost 50 people say grab the cock. Okay, I see how it is. It's all about inappropriate content here. You guys don't want anything actually interesting. You just want to see fat cocks on stream, huh?
It can't be over 50 people because only 38 people are watching right now.
I mean, there's almost, wait, what do you mean? There's over 47 votes.
There's 36 people watching.
I guess it's a little weird then. Maybe some people hopped in, hopped out. Because I'm
The
seeing
votes are rigged.
rigged. I don't know about that. Was there some conspiracy for the cockadoodlers?
They run the
you think-
government.
You think that shit's funny, huh?
Yeah, yes, I actually find it very funny.
Alright, good. Actually, shit, does that sight... I need to make sure the sight style isn't like what ammo uses for their guns. Because sometimes I use like a weird thingamajig.
You see, Abaddon is actually just controlled by a cock inside of his head.
Like a little bird, he just kind of pecks these different little control buttons.
Yeah.
And that's actually what happens in the ending. Like when Sokar cracks him open like an egg, he sees what's inside.
And then the cock just like jumps out and attacks him.
He cock-a-doodles so loud, Sokar's teeth explode.
His head just melts due to the sheer
Basically,
sound.
That's just how it has to happen, man. No other way. Okay, that's good enough for the site. Let me just darker version. I'll grab them in a second. We just finished doing the sites. So Nova, how's your day? Oh, you just woke up.
I'm doing really good. Yes, I just woke up. I woke up to 56 DMs. The most DMs I've ever woken up to.
From Jsoull?
No, from this fucking stream chat. I didn't notice.
Well, now you know, and there's no escape.
Yeah.
Actually, good question here. Do you think I should have the rear sight on the Nexus pistol, or did it look more iconic when it was like flat-topped?
I kind of like the no sights, personally.
No sights?
Yeah.
Give it a basic ass rectangle rear sight.
Never.
Cause like the rear sight just like hanging on by like a thread on that really like small like back part seems very flimsy to me.
Flimsy like your neck after I'm done wringing it out.
That's inappropriate.
That's why he woke up so late. He was unconscious.
That's inappropriate, Jsoull.
That's the shit that just happens, man. Be there, be square.
Yeah.
And you're looking pretty square to me.
I don't know. I'm feeling more like a triangle.
Damn. That's why you're so edgy.
He's got a point. 3 of them at least.
Feeling like a rhombus.
I'm feeling like a dodecahedron.
Feeling like a rhombus, so you're not quite square. But you're almost there.
I call him a dodeca loser.
Here's an interesting question. Duck with a Hat asks, Jsoull, what is your favorite Vietnam weapon?
Probably the classic. How about the first generation of American assault rifles that jammed non-stop and got so many people killed due to incompetence?
Right, because those things weren't built for water, right?
Wasn't it the M16?
Yeah.
Like the OG, like the I think it's called like the A1, yeah, like that generation, definitely.
Yeah.
I remember those were infamous for like jamming literally like non-stop.
Those are the ones with the triangular handles.
Yeah.
Foregrips.
And they failed constantly because they weren't made for human conditions. We rushed them out, and a bunch of soldiers got killed because they just they weren't made to be operated in such conditions.
Good going, America.
America. I'm expanding the slide. I'm gonna make it so like the slide mechanism is a bit taller too. You think that's a bit better? I think it's definitely more readable. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna be so honest. I don't really see a difference.
You're dumb.
No, you're dumb.
Fat and ugly. Fat and ugly. Fat and ugly.
Stop describing yourself.
But I'm like really fit and I punch people.
You are not fit. You are very
Why is that?
lean.
Lean machine. You haven't seen me in person.
But I've seen you.
Like probably from 6 years ago, back when I would go around New York and just stab people with random needles. That's actually how I spend my pastime more recently.
I remember seeing you. Well, I didn't go to the meetup, but I remember seeing videos of the meetup. You were there.
Videos of the meetup.
Hmm.
I remember Crinkles was there, and he punched a lot of people.
Yeah.
He had some delicious, wheezy, Chinesey food. Actually, I remember one thing in particular. He handed a coin to someone at the door because originally he was going to be allowed in because he was too masculine. I got in because by us being with a woman in the group, Raven, they allowed us entry by proxy. Let me tell you, man, the Chinese are fucking weird. You think it's just the Japanese? But no. It's everybody. Even Americans are a little freaky deaky. Okay, I'm still on the shading on this one. Spawn any questions from the chat that are particularly juicy, Dark?
Nope.
Good. Because I'm going to go grab the cock in a minute. Clickety clack. That's a bit too high. Actually, I'm probably going to have like lower shading. So I'm going to put that 15. Then do highlight. My shading style has definitely improved a lot from my OG weapons. I remember back in the pillow shading days, weren't those just so fun? I think everyone has a period where they decide that pillow shading's the way to go, and then they realize...
Nope, never.
Yeah, basically. Realize it's a terrible idea.
Never had it, never did it. Nope.
You're lying to me.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying to me. You're lying.
Go on, find the sprites. Find the sprites.
You definitely deleted them because you're ashamed.
Find the sprites. Actually, I genuinely, I don't think I did pillow shading. It just looked wrong.
Looked wrong? Well, how
Actually,
did it
I
look?
think when I was actively in the community and spriting, I was constantly telling people to don't fucking pillow shade.
But then they looked at your shading and they're like, "Welp, I don't see how it's much better."
I specifically remembered helping Mr. Sarge a lot with his sprites.
He's been pillow shading less, thank God. There, doesn't that pistol look a lot better shaded? Looks a bit more smooth.
Yeah, it looks more clean.
Less flat. Oh, it actually has a sheen to it. Actually, let me adjust the green on it a little bit. And we'll lower that. Let me raise the dark point. A little more the core. And it's too high. That's better.
I don't know what this thing is called, but like like those like those grooves on like the side of like the slide that makes it like easier to like pull back the slide.
Yeah, you think I should have those?
Yeah, I think that would probably add a little more depth.
Yeah, but there's such tiny space here. How am I gonna add it?
I mean, it could. It could go across the entire like slide. It's like I've seen them do that.
Like in the front?
I mean, there's not enough space in the back.
It'd be kind of weird. I don't know many people who grab the front of their slide to yank it back.
Yeah, plus, if you do that, you would just get like a shell just like right up in your palm.
And it's best avoided because they could be boiling hot. I've seen videos. I remember seeing a video where a guy shot a gun and the casing went down his pants. That really sucks.
Wasn't that an issue with the PPSH, where like because the shells go straight up, they would like fall down into like the collars of shirts.
That really sucks. Nexus. Oh, there better not be one with the same name. Okay, good. Let's go grab this and extend it. Grab that, copy. Let's try that. Fucking flash. You hear a little ding.
Yeah, that was that's the death machine being ready.
Alright, how do you think that pistol looks now? A little bit better?
Looks a little good.
Good. I'm gonna go grab the bird machine real quick.
Awesome. It's actually just a little robot.
Beep boop. Yeah,
I mean, it's a fleshy robot, if that's what you're thinking.
56 votes. Okay, I guess we're doing it.
Yeah, it's a biomechanical, so it's more flesh than.
I mean, there is a reason he calls it the cockaboodle machine.
Yeah.
It really is a machine. All it knows is that, and all it knows how to do is to crow in the morning and the evening and the afternoon.
Literally all the fucking time, it just makes this terrible noise. Right before I leave, any last questions? I'm seeing a couple ads.
Goucher asked, will there be a goofy 1700 footlock pistol used by any character in the movie?
I do think that could be a really funny detail. I'm not sure who I'd give it to though.
He spends like half the scene reloading and he misses the shot. Anyways.
Misses the shot. Well, yes, that's kind of how that goes, man. That's not Discord. It's showing my fucking Chrome. Why is the label... Okay, that's fucking weird. Discord exists as a non-existent entity. So what I'm going to do is grab my thingamajig. I'm going to grab my thingamajig. Get this set up. I'm going to bring in the bird that makes bird noises. How's that sound?
Woohoo! Gotcho
Fuck
asks,
you,
will there be a
motherfucker.
goofy 1700s flintlock pistol used
You already
by
asked
any-
that.
I read
You're
it,
crazy.
Dark, I read that one.
Oh.
You're crazy, Dark.
All good.
You're literally mentally unstable. Like everyone else in this community.
Ooh, we're all a dream.
Okay, give me a minute. I'm popping out the window.
I'm sure there's another question you missed behind it. Somebody asked about music.
Alright, what's that about?
Mira asked, Jsoull, do you listen to Pendulum, Noisia, BSE?
Pendulum, huh? I've heard of them, but I unfortunately have not heard of them. In terms of like hearing their music, but I've heard of the band.
I looked into Pendulum like once. I think we've all heard a song from them before that we just don't know the name to.
Blood sugar?
I don't know.
I'll be back in a few minutes with the bird. In the meantime, keep the monsters entertained, Dark Signal.
What do you expect me to do?
If they ask a question about torturing people, give them a very detailed answer.
I mean, you're the one who tortures people here. The only one who gets a sadistic joy out of it. I don't know if you've asked this, but if you and Dark Signal were contracted to kill Sonic, how would you do it? Well, it's pretty simple. You just gotta lay out some road spike strips and just bait him into running along that road. Oop, there go his shoes.
His shoes are like wheels. They just pop open and he comes skidding down to the ground.
And the road rash will take care of the rest.
He's going so fast, like the shoes just come off, right? And then he just
Momentum is not your
he
friend when you're
sandpapers
going that
himself.
fast.
He just sandpapers himself down to the road until like the top of his head is left.
Does he go to a hospital or a mechanic?
Hoskanic. Mech biddle.
I think that sounds a little more inappropriate than the first one.
Uh-oh. Somebody killed Mr. S2?
Yes, he keeps spamming, so he is being put in timeout once more. One more, and it's over.
Well deserved, well deserved.
Acting like a chicken. Acting like the chicken that's being brought in with the red carpet right now.
Most famous chicken
Who would win in a race, Roadrunner or Sonic?
Me, I would win.
I'm just that fast.
Well, where have you been?
Sleeping.
Have you been racing around the world this entire time you were not saying anything?
Yeah, no, I actually just came back from from the Serbian like waste of fucking Russia.
I think Roadrunner would win because he would trick Sonic off a cliff. And then Sonic's like gonna be stuck midair and he's gonna look down and then look at the camera, shrug and then fall.
No, and he needs to like hold up like a sign that just says "uh-oh."
Oh yeah.
I guess then the next question is who is more likely to capture their prey, Wile E. Coyote or Dr. Robotnik?
Honestly, I don't know.
I mean,
I
let's
kind of
face
feel
it.
like the coyote business is gonna be like Tom and Jerry. You know, eventually they're just gonna make up and be friends.
I mean, let's face it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Here he is.
You have wrought the cock.
It's Junior.
Aww.
And you hear Roosty's jealous. Here he is, the true junior bird, the hybrid.
He
of
looks
the
so
German
happy.
and Egyptian breeds.
He looks so happy.
He looks very curious, doesn't he? He's got this. I don't know what this thing does on his head. What's this dingly thing do, huh?
It's meant for you to like run your finger through.
Like a musical sound, like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the purpose of them.
Here he is.
They just come with
Looks
built-in
kinda
ball
grumpy.
hogs, man.
He always has this odd expression. Like Roosty has these big bulging round eyes, but Junior always has like his eyelids are a little down. He always has this kind of like solemn expression.
Actually, the more I look at it, he looks fucking pissed.
He's a great philosopher, bro.
The great philosopher bird.
I said Greek philosopher.
Greek. I hate the Greeks.
Bro.
So I hate you. I'm serious. Damn the Greeks. They're fat and ugly. Fugly.
And their deities are dicks.
Here's Mr. Poosty. Stop it, Roosty. Here's Junior. He's a bird. He exists. What's going on inside that empty head of yours, huh?
Probably not a lot.
What do you see?
Probably, when will I get food? And when will this man stop holding me?
Hey, don't attack the camera.
Where am I?
What the fuck is this thing in front of me?
What is it, Roosty? Little buddy? Oh, you think it looks funny, huh?
Yes, it's fucking hilarious! He's a stupid little bird!
Don't insult him. He's a happy one. He's very good. He's actually one of the little babies that was here last time. Remember I had those two baby chicks and one of them shat on my table?
Yeah.
He was the one that jumped on the webcam. Did you know that?
No, it didn't.
Because Princess is actually the one that shat on the table, but he's the one that attacked the webcam.
So it's a little shit.
I'm gonna grab his neck. I'm gonna squeeze. He's actually fine. He's a good bird, though. He's pretty chill. A lot of people were like really scared of him.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
don't talk over me. Don't talk over me.
Now, I could not give him any praise. I try to be nice. I try to be calm. I try to say how nice he is, and then he goes and makes. Ow! Oh, I see how it is. Oh, now they're gonna have a cock-a-doodle contest. Now Roosty has to get on the action. He's gonna do it. Oh, I see how it is. You have to be a rooster now, huh? You can't just be a happy like. Oh, he was falling asleep in my hand, so happy, so calm, and now he has to be the most horrible thing in the world. Don't do it, please. I'm begging you. Don't do it. Anything but that.
Hey, Jsoull, look in Discord. Can you do this thing with him?
Oh no.
Dude, I fucking brace myself every time I see him just slightly open his mouth.
What the hell's his problem? Now, see, I thought he would become. No, maybe if I cover his ears, he won't listen to Roosty. I don't even know where his ears are. Like, he just has these weird, like, blue flap things on his face. Oh no! Here he comes! Don't do it. Don't do it!
Oh
I hate you.
God.
No more. No more. Time to break the chicken's neck. See, if you can't see them, maybe that means you can't do it anymore. They're literally back and forth. Okay, you know like that one scene in Half-Life 2 Episode 2 where the Vortigaunts are calling to each other? This is kind of like that.
Where they're all
See,
like
I'm
trying to
just-
communicate from like far away.
Yeah, when they
They
go
walk-
like... they make that weird noise. No, don't do it, please! Please, please, Junior, please, I
Bro,
love
imagine
you. I
if
love
like
you
his
so
chickens
much.
are just walking up to each other going like, "Alonga."
Don't do it, Junior, please. You're so nice.
This
Junior.
little guy is so fucking talkative.
He is, but he's nice.
What's
so
he
now
at
he's
this
perfect. Now he's all calm. He's resting his head. And then suddenly, he'll decide that it's time to do it again.
Like
I can feel it because his neck tenses up a little bit.
yeah. He was about to do it like just there.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, I want to take a nap.
Never mind. I have
There's
some
actually like a-
words to speak.
There's actually a weird kind of thing I noticed. Stop it, Roosty. There's a nice... No. Don't.
Unleash the
Don't.
beast.
Don't do it. Don't do it, or else I'll give you a nice little neck scratch. How about that? No, don't do it! He's about to do it. Like you see, like he perked up.
He's like, ooh, the next scratch.
Don't do it, my precious baby. My precious little boy. See, isn't he so calm and happy, but then he suddenly decides to make the worst noise in the world? Fucking Roosty jinxes the whole thing. Why does that bird have to be so fucking loud?
He's gonna do it.
No, here it comes. Here it comes. Or is he contemplating? Is he realizing that maybe he doesn't need
Maybe
to make
he has
that
to
noise?
put aside all the violence.
goddamn... No, he's gonna do it. Okay.
Dude,
I
he
think-
looked straight at the camera for that one. Like,
Oh, Jace, I think the amazing
wanted to
thing
get
is that
all
he
of it.
looks at the camera every time he does it. He yelled into the camera.
I showed
he
you
knows
what
what he's
happened.
doing.
Like, they always do that. Like Roosty does it too. Like they stop and look into the camera and then they go. "Eh." Look, he's looking into it right now, and he looks so happy and peaceful, doesn't he? No. Okay, I think we've had enough of the cockadoodling. Now we have to activate the bird deactivation procedure. I grab the neck and I go. Actually, I could never do that. I love him too much.
yeah.
But
What the
seriously,
fuck
the
is that sound?
cockadoodling- The cockadoodling gets to a point where it's a little absurd. No, don't do it, please. Okay. I can disarm his cockadoodling by pushing his head down. Because then, like, he, like, perks his head up to do it like that. But if I push him down, it's like a lever. Like, on, off. It's like that. Little bat. No, don't do it. Please. Please, Junior. I love you. I've literally raised him. So, like, the first generation of birds I got came in as chicks, but I've literally raised him since he was an egg. Which
You
is
have
one of the
to-
reasons why, like, you know, as a rooster, he isn't, like, brutally attacking me. I've seen a lot of... Calm down.
You have to unload him. You have to unload him. You gotta take out the magazine. You gotta cock him back, get the round out, and put him in safety.
I can disarm the cockadoodle when he's about to do it, but I'm not sure how long that's gonna work. Look, ready? He's about to do it. Push his head down. No! It didn't work in time. I was too slow to disarm the
Just
bomb.
cock back the cock. It works.
No, but I've raised him since he was a little egg, and I've seen like videos like roosters attacking their owners, and I don't really understand why. Like, did they kick around the rooster when it was little or something? Because I mean, I'm holding him right here, and he's perfectly happy. He is a bird, a nice, proud bird. Oh, he's gonna do it. Bastard. Okay, that's it. Roosty Poosty. I'm gonna have to bring in his dad. He's gonna give him a fucking
Why do
beating.
roosters all like they all do that? Like nobody taught them to fucking scream like that. They just all know to
I mean,
scream like
it's instinctual. Like, you know how spiders know how to spin their webs.
yeah.
It's like that. See, look, if you get to stay happy and calm forever, then everything's fine.
Aww.
But the truth is, roosters are never calm and happy. They're always like, what noise can I make? What thing can I peck? Birds don't think. They just act.
How can I ruin Jsoull's day?
How can I cockadoodle so fucking much that people go deaf? Cause seriously, you want to peck my thumb a little? Right here, peck it. He doesn't care. A lot of comments about the
He loves you
birds
too much.
particularly. I'm seeing a lot of people are telling me to cook them. People are telling me about spitting facts. Autism chickens, apparently.
What?
Someone says he has autism. The bird.
No, he's a perfectly fine individual.
He's pretty normal.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He
Danielle
pays his own
mentions they
taxes.
Danielle mentions they get aggressive when protecting their hens. I mean, I keep the roosters and the hens together, and even then they do. You know, roosters don't really attack me. I think it more comes down to how much you hand raise them.
Yeah, like you raised them, so I don't think you would fucking fight you.
They know I'm the king of the birds. My precious, precious creature. He's got this little dingly thing on his neck. I'm not sure what. You know, what's the point of this? Do you know what this thing does? Anybody? What's this do?
It's purely for your own entertainment.
Just so you can like dingle it like that.
Yeah.
I think it looks kind of funny. He might do it again. I'm feeling him perk up. I'm not sure if he's just no. I can amplify the noise if I hold his neck like this, because he like lurches more forward, like it's like accelerating his sound waves. It's kind of funny. Poosty poosty. No, don't do it. Just be calm. Everything will be okay. Just break the rooster's neck. Just snap it. Just snap his neck. You ever snap a chicken neck on webcam? I can never do such a thing. I love him too much.
Yeah.
Oh, he was about to.
Just so you know, I'm not putting any pressure on his neck. He's resting his head on my hands right now. He's like, should I rest? Should I be calm? Should I just be a bird? Or is he gonna make the worst noise in the world? Okay, disarmed him. Anyways, he's actually about 7 months old now because he hatched in late December. So he's still pretty young, and his dad's that fucking rooster. I swear to God. Look, Junior's being all nice and calm and happy now. And then Roosty has to come along and be like, nope, I'm just gonna keep making noise. So asking me if I vaccinated the chickens. What the fuck would I need to vaccinate them for? I'm not selling them for meat. I raised them since they're eggs. They haven't been exposed to any other birds that have flus or anything. I find it really funny when they. Oh no. Okay, he's contemplating. That one sounded really funny.
That didn't even sound like a cock. That didn't even sound like a cock-doodle doo. It's a straight fucking.
It's like a just into the camera, just going crazy.
Sound like a noisy abyss.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Roosty Poosty. Oh yeah, he is indeed a rooster, unfortunately. They're kind of crazy. They're wacky. No, don't do it, please. I beg of you. I beg. I can't take any more. Please, 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 my precious baby, don't do
Aww.
it. Well, I've raised him since he was a tiny little puffball, like a little cotton ball, and even before then when he was just a little egg. Little egg boy. I know other people's roosters get like really aggressive, but these guys have been pretty chill.
They love you.
Even though what? Tell me what you're about to say, you bastard.
I didn't
Tell it to
say
his
even that.
face.
I said
Tell
they
it to his
love
face.
you.
Tell it to his face right now. What do you have to say to him? Bird noises.
I don't think he has anything to say to me.
You sure?
Yeah.
Junior? You good? You good, buddy? You good? I think he's good. Alright, now here's the deal. I'm gonna bring him back to his family in a little bit. If the stream wants to give him any last remarks, let me know. I'll make sure he's able to comprehend it with his bird brain. Little roosty baby. planning on getting more generations. Uh-huh. I heard you. I think I've had enough of that. You fucking bastard. When Dark Signal stayed over here a while ago, he had to put up with 76 roosters cockadoodling simultaneously. Can you believe that? Personally, I think it's a little ridiculous. Because that's just how it goes. Okay, yeah, we're fucking done. I can't take this rooster anymore. That's it.
Bye.
I thought I had patience, I thought I had love, but this bird is just too fucking much. And now, it's time to say goodbye. What are your last words to him, my friend?
I tried to scream, but my noise suppression did not like capture it at all. So just now I screamed very, very loudly. Just now I screamed. Just now I screamed very loudly.
So you just screamed to your parents and they just had to hear you blast your ears out?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it goes. Dachi, what are your last words?
Oh, stream's over?
No, we're still going. I just want to put Junior back because he misses his girls.
Oh. I can't wait to see him again.
Well, because you love him so much.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Junior. You're better than your father. Oh yeah, I'll put another vote in for if people like Roosty or Junior more. I'm curious. Bird harassment is pretty serious. Actually, here's a good question. Have either of you ever been attacked by like a rooster before?
No, I've been chased by a dog.
Yeah,
How'd that go?
I've been chased by dogs too. It's a yeah.
What kind?
I don't remember what breed it was, but it was a big one.
Oh, like
And
a
it
big
was just
Doberman or something?
Yeah, it was just in my neighborhood, and I was going home from school, and the dog just fucking like saw me, just immediately started bolting at me and just like barking and shit. I think it like got out of some like their owner's backyard, and just like started to fucking run at me.
How'd you escape?
I just ran away.
I'm shocked you could outrun a fucking attack dog.
I mean, it wasn't like an attack dog. It was just a very angry regular dog.
A regular bark machine, huh?
Yeah. Like all dogs.
Let me see. Well, see, now Junior's learned I can be calm, I can be happy, and full of life.
Yeah.
He looks really adorable when he looks at the camera like that. Looks so dopey. Like,
Let me get a screenshot.
Like, yeah, grab a screenshot, quick.
It was very
got
cute
it.
when you were holding him.
Perfect. Yeah, because when I hold him, he likes snuggling up, and he looks so soft,
Yeah.
like a proper rooster. I treat him all really well. I'll give him. Actually, today I gave him a bunch of sliced cucumbers, some tomatoes, some corn. Their favorite treats are actually corn on the cob. Corn on the cob, they like pecking out all the kernels and eating it down to the cores. Then I feed the cores to the cows.
You should give them some KFC.
I haven't done that yet. I've given them other chickens' eggs, and they like those. They like like gobbling up yellow goo.
Oh my god.
They just like the yellow goo.
That's
all they
terrible.
Does the Junior even recognize what's happening, or is he really just a bird? So currently, it seems to be split down the middle. Roosty and Junior are neck and neck. Who will break it? We'll have to see. Alright, I'm gonna go put Junior back, and then by the time I'm back, we'll see the votes. See who's better. So Junior, no hard feelings if you lose, but you are just a bird.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Dachi.
Bye.
Squishy, squishy bird. Roosty and Junior bid the stream adieu. I'll be back within a few minutes.
Woohoo! He's gone. That means we can say all the worst shit in the world. For free. Well.
We really gotta have like a TV static thing for this absence.
Never mind then.
Well, what did you want to say?
Well, if I just say if like I just say like really mean things while he's gone, it just wouldn't.
Huh?
It wouldn't be appropriate. I need somebody along with me so we can both make fun of Jsoull while he's gone.
Well, you got the chat with you, don't you?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. Hey, chat, can you all make fun of him while he's gone? Say mean things about him.
You have a choice before you can also say very nice things about him.
If you say very nice things, you will be banned.
You don't have the ability to do that.
How do you know that? How do you know my father isn't the creator of YouTube?
Your father is Susan Wojcicki.
No, they actually have a new.
Bird has been deposited back in
Yeah,
its
I know.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with YouTube politics.
YouTube politics?
Yep.
Politics? Who the hell is this guy talking about politics?
YouTube politics.
YouTube politics? That's something.
Hey Dachi, you're on stream.
Hello, that's me.
Damn you, Junior. Damn you. Alright, now we're back. Damn, Roosty wins. Now, I'm actually really curious why he won, though. What about Roosty is so lovable that he is just taking the hearts of many?
Wait, but how many votes did he win?
Let me take a look. Roosty... Let me end the poll. Roosty got 57% of the vote, and Junior got 42.
I meant
now
to
they're
vote,
cockadoodling at each
for
other.
Junior, but I accidentally pressed Roosty.
Wow, are you fucking serious?
Personally, I find them equally fantastic.
Really?
I couldn't bring myself to vote.
I think he's lying.
Who would I vote for?
Who would you vote for? I don't know. Both birds are pretty entertaining. if
The
I do say
Rooster,
so
of
myself.
course.
Exactly. I find them equally as amazing.
Yo, you got some.
Huh?
You got some good screenshots, Dachi. I'm gonna go save this one.
My personal favorite. My personal favorite is this one. Hyper speed. He's just like violently vibrating your hand.
You're literally choking the chicken.
He goes, Rah! I think they do look kind of funny. Silly birds, silly birds. I got a message from 55 Armenians? That's a little weird.
It's a great name.
I mean, like, literally 55 Armenian animators just hopped on into my DMs. Interesting.
Is that like the new like Magic, but instead it's like Armenia?
That'd be kind of funny. People were saying that Roosty is a more Giga Chad name than Junior, but then people were saying Junior's cuter. I think it's hard to say.
I think Junior's cuter.
I think Junior's a cute name, but Roosty's kind of funny. I mean, I think Roosty is a bit more expressive with his big bulging eyes, but Junior is a bit more refined. He's got the power of youth on his side.
He's a young, distinguished gentleman.
Precisely. See, Dachi, you understand with perfect clarity. Does that make sense to you? Does it? Anyways, we continue on. Jsoull's audio is echoey. It's echoey right now. Doesn't look any different inside the OBS audio manager.
I'm not the one echoing.
Did it happen just after I smashed my table?
That would be kind of funny, I think.
That would be kind of fun. I always do that for dramatic effect because how my microphone's set up, like little, like even like hitting a little bit like this is so bassy.
Yeah. It just like fucking destroyed your mic this time.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Not anytime soon, but if you keep doing it, it's gonna happen eventually.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Hooray.
Hooray. Wait, did I have the regular Nexus pistol even in this? No, this is the laser pistol. Poor bastards. Would you feel bad for Nexus agents being trapped behind like this, desperately trying to survive?
Nah,
Or you feel no
they're
pity?
they're part of like a corporation, so I don't care.
So you kill and torture Apple employees for fun?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me why you believe this is a good idea?
Because it's funny.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's your fucking reason? You know what? I don't think you have to have a good reason for it, so I think you're pretty okay. Chronix asks, Jsoull, how are you, my man? And how's progress? I've been doing pretty damn good. Progress has been okay. I just got done a bunch of real-life bullshit this week, and I'm finally able to go animate again. And I got done the core animation of this shot, including the big-ass vehicle in the back, which I don't want to show Foley yet, because it's super cool. But it'll be awesome. I'm glad I at least got this part done. And there's going to be, for this action sequence, there's going to be at least 7 more shots, maybe 8. Explosion. And then we finally get back to some regular OC. I like doing the cinematic shots a lot. Those are really fun. But at the same time, I kind of want to go back to doing like some OC combat with like soldiers, because I'd find that to be like a bit more like I have more flexibility for doing things, I feel like. I know it's a weird thing to say because of cinematography, but like I just want to do like some like a bit more like normal like side-by-side scenes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of OCs that I have, but I haven't been able to deploy them yet because there's been so much Nexus combat. And I'm like, when I finally get into the commercial sector, like mall areas and shit, it's like, oh, finally I can play around with all these characters I've been making for years. Looking forward to that.
Like it wouldn't really make sense if like an OC was just like in the medical sector for like no reason. Like they're just there.
Yeah. Lemon Duck asks, hey Jsoull, I have a question that Dark Signal answered for me, but I want to hear your answer. How would you kill Sonic? How would I kill Sonic? Are you shitting me?
How would you kill Sonic?
I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Hey, I got a question to that. What is the fascination with killing Sonic?
Yeah, what the hell's your problem?
And that fucker has it coming.
I think this guy just doesn't like Sonic.
But where does it come from?
Where'd it come from? Where'd it go? I mean, personally, I would just do it Wile E. Coyote style and just like paint a tunnel.
Wall.
And have him just like pancake himself. Simple deception. I think that's pretty easy, right? Although other people probably have more creative or brutal options, I personally think the cleanest option is likely the best. Sonic killed his grandma? Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Duck with a Hat asks, Jsoull, are you ever gonna make a Discord server? No!
That would
Fuck
suck.
no.
That would fucking suck.
I'm not making a fucking fan server. I'm sorry. A lot of people asked for it. I'm not doing it. I can't. I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of fucking...
on their own.
I don't want to fall into any power mod bullshit with like fucking the Cool Kid Club groups. I don't even want to be tempted with that. I don't want it to turn into Sin or GP.
Yeah,
I just have a development server for people who are working on the movie, and that's it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you want to be able to like talk to me and like watch me as I go and like shave people's skin off with cheese graters, but just go on Live League. You'll find plenty there. I do not believe that having a Discord server would be very fortuitous for anyone's mental health.
Especially not yours.
I already got enough shit to deal with. I would have to delegate running that to other people, which I really don't want to do because I don't really like delegating work that's relevant to me to other people as it is, at least in terms of like especially like public identity. I don't want some random moderator guy I get on to end up being like a certain unlikable individual.
Freakazoid.
Well, that happened in Madness a lot, you know. Like moderators ending up being like bizarre, creepy freaks. We all know Sean C. Glover. He actually was like the officially running Madness shit. Like he was running the community and like doing all the social media stuff. And it turns out he was a particularly distasteful individual.
Yeah.
And as unlikely as it is that that could happen again, I don't want to chance it at all. So I'd rather my identity to stay to my creations and my streams versus me having like a server for that stuff. If you like Madness, I mean, like I'm in a lot of other fan Madness servers. If you want to talk to me in like Discord or something, and you can just join one of those, and maybe if I'm in the VC, you just hop in. But I don't want like a dedicated server to myself either, because I don't really feel like that's necessary.
And it would just feel kind of like culty, like
yeah,
a bunch of these people.
I don't need the ego boost. I'm fine with just interfacing with my fans by going on the live stream saying, look, here's the movie, here's me animating this. You see, I'm not just sitting around playing Rust for 60 hours. Like, here's the actual movie right here, me animating the characters.
Studios.
Yeah. Every month I make a stream showing off all the shit I'm working on. I don't stream once every 6 years. Here's a bunch of guns Cheese made for me. I gotta update the shading a little bit, but a lot of them look pretty neat. I want to add his faction new tab in the movie, but I'm not sure where I can fit them.
There's sciencey people. There's plenty of places you could fit them.
Well, yeah, but we already got done med sci, so I don't know.
What about
You could just
medical?
say that the scientists there.
They're in medical. That's what med sci is. Medical science. Bruh.
Put them in I don't know, is there any other
Cock biscuit
sections?
world. Oh yeah, I was gonna make this agent slip on a bullet casing. I need to do his feet for that. I haven't animated feet in forever. Guess I'll get back on that now.
What if he slips and falls on like a knife on the ground that was like dropped from like an earlier fight?
I was thinking just like a bullet casing, like a banana peel. You guys just slip on a banana peel and that's it.
You see that video where this guy's like slipping on ice for like a solid 15 seconds?
I've seen some ridiculousness like that, yeah.
He's like trying to regain balance and eventually he just finally falls. It's like that, he's doing that with a bullet.
It's been a really long time since I animated feet. I'm gonna have to get like kind of reacquainted for a minute. He was taking a step, so I'm gonna make it more like he's already got his foot there. Yeah, it's been a while since I did this. Give me a minute. He's running kind of fast too. I remember what I do is I think I remove the frames so that way when I make a new keyframe it doesn't fuck me every time. I don't need to reselect the shapes. Yeah, there we go. Let's see how this looks. Do you like animating feet, Dachi?
I haven't animated anything in a while, but I remember that was maybe one of the last things I figured out.
Really? So what about animating the feet is so terrible to you?
Oh, it's not terrible. It's just that you gotta do it in a certain way. Because you're animating both of them together, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta make it kind of flow naturally. I remember one of my earlier ones, it looks like they're just kind of shuffling. Instead
A lot of people
stepping
do
along.
a lot of people fucking do shuffling. This is kind of like the easy one.
Yeah. Or a lot of people I think they use just like a pre-animated one or something like that.
Ugh.
But you know, when you figure it out, it's actually pretty solid.
If you figure it out, that is. Some people never learn. You know how those people are. Like a certain Juanford 66. whose animation quality has only improved marginally over the course of 16 years. Actually, has anyone here actually talked to Wanford?
No. I've only ever heard about him.
Wanford 66. He was going to be part of Paradig 2 at one point, but then I think I didn't like how his quality was looking, so I kicked him off. I think he was coming in to replace Creeper after Creeper bailed. I haven't seen Creeper in forever anyways.
I mean, he's still active.
He's still active in like Den?
Yeah.
That's a miracle. I thought he was actually like dead.
Well, I mean, most of what he just does is he just like calls stuff shit. Like post memes. That's really all he does now.
Alright, that explains it.
Doesn't really animate anymore. And when he does, it's like a 2-second clip.
Well, has he... I mean, is he at least doing stuff like Sentry? He was like working on games or something? Because Sentry animates less, but he's at least like doing new things.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's just worried about his own things.
Damn. Another one bites the dust? I remember fucking beating into his brain that he needs to get done a solo project so he actually has something to stand by, and he never did. And he's gonna get forgotten forever. Which is unfortunate, because he's actually a pretty competent animator.
Yeah.
He made some good stuff. I remember I think he was part of the like Infection 3 collab or something. He was part of some old stuff.
He was in a few ones, I remember, but he was always just in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it.
You believe that's a little mean, what you're saying?
Yeah, no, I'm trying not to sound like a dick. I'm really not trying to sound like a dick, but I mean, he's a fucking dick a lot in Den, so like, I feel like I'm okay to say this.
I like talking to him back when I was with him. I just wish he actually made cartoons. Or like, you know, made solo projects. Dachi, it's one of the reasons I kind of busted your balls about that, is because you need something to show that you actually existed in the community. And without it,
Well, I don't know if I want that anymore.
You don't even want to know if you want to get remembered?
Yeah, I mean, this community ain't too much.
He just tripped and slipped.
I mean, again, I think about maybe one day I'll make something, but I don't really care if anybody likes it or not.
You don't care at all? How could you not care?
I just want to make a good quality product for myself.
A quality product, like basically so not Adobe.
I don't know, maybe I'll go back to it if I ever decide a solo project, but...
Are you fucking serious? You'd actually go back, or you just spitting nonsense?
No, I'm serious, but depends.
Depends, huh?
Maybe I should try something else, but I don't want to suffer with Adobe. Because at the end of the day, I'll probably get the same result. It's just that the downside is I'm going to have to make every asset myself. But that's fine, because it'll be my own.
Wasn't that just kind of how it is, especially when you're trying to make like fucking, like your webcomic like you want to do? You're going to have to do everything for that.
Well, yeah, but it's like, I gotta do everything my, mouse here.
Fucking mouse. I actually do all my brush stuff with a mouse, and people
Oh yeah,
get
me
surprised
too.
at that.
I mean, all the hairs I make for you, I do with my mouse. Because I don't have a drawing pad. But these sketches I've been doing on my phone because I got a stylus.
Do you think that helps you a lot?
It definitely makes like a something that would take like 8 hours on a mouse, 4 hours to do by hand.
Quite good. Can we comb through the chat for any questions? Because I see a couple present.
Well, Lemon Duck's asking how you would fight Obama.
Obama? I don't really have that much against Obama to justify beating the shit out of him. How about Richard Nixon instead?
Oh, look here, you drugged up communist. I paid for his body, and I would no sooner return it than my little cocker spaniel dog Checkers. Shut up, damn it!
So he's an animal abuser on top of everything else. I'm pretty shocked to hear that. If I had to fight Obama, I mean, shit, it depends. Are we talking like one-on-one, or is he gonna have Secret Service agents tackling and beating the shit out of me? Because depending on how that goes, that could massively change my answer. Because I significantly doubt that an ex-president would be fighting alone.
Speaking of beating the shit out of people, TEG was asking who is the most challenging OC that causes too much trouble for ammo.
I want to be careful not to spoil the surprise characters, but out of the ones shown so far, probably like characters like Zapchon, because they got really fast speed, they got weapons that can cut through armor plates, and they're just like generally a fucking hassle to take care of. Like a lot of OCs are just like you know, shitty recolors, just people with like masks, but the characters that actually have powers are the dangerous ones to them. You might have noticed that yourself, little bastards. Just some loser putting on a pair, you know, pink pair of glasses and being like, "Oh, now I'm such a cool guy." Those guys are easy. You gotta be careful the ones that are actually genuinely competent. I will be including Novahead's character in the movie. I know that for a fact. I just didn't do your sprites yet because you keep fucking changing little things about your design, you little bastard.
I mean, not really. I mean, it stayed relatively the same.
Relatively. So
Relatively.
you still does this mask still have like a lava lamp look on the visor?
Yes.
All right.
That's like a staple. I'm gonna be that's gonna be all throughout. I'm never gonna change that.
I want to keep that at all costs.
Yeah. Because it's the most notable part of his design.
Notable. I'll make sure to have some good action for him. Kreber will be showing up from Potgaze on animations, just to make that clear. He's too cool not to include. I love Kreber too much. He's a neat character, and Poke has done such a fantastic job with the choreography that I can't not include him.
I just want to see some clone action. See how that turns out.
Some who?
Some clone action. Because you know how like the. Is he called Kraber, or is that just like the name of the project?
I think the actual OC's name's Kreber.
Yeah, because you know how you can make clones.
Yeah, that's the main reason I want him in the movie, because that's some like really good choreographical potential.
Yeah. You make some cool shit with that.
I mean, his own animations he's done, like in Kreber, with that ability, have been fantastic. That's why I really like him. That's one of the reasons I really like the character.
You love him. You love him.
I think he's got a lot more creativity to him than most of the ones I've seen. There's a lot of other ones I really like too, but I don't want to pull a loser machine, but I don't want to spoil every single character that shows up because I do want some surprises.
You want like the whole crowd to be like applauding, like when they show up on screen.
Like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
There'll even be like happy music, like people break out fucking.
It's like a
guitars.
It's like a celebrity cameo on like a sitcom.
I get like the cane cheering out of like Drake and Josh or something.
Yeah, it has like the applause in the background, like ooh, like every time they
that shit.
Like they do anything.
I feel like there could be an OC that has that as a power almost. That could be kind of funny.
And when they start shooting, they're just like fucking screaming and like terror.
Actual crowds leaving the theater.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Oh, you think that's fucking funny, huh?
Yes, it fucking is. I find it hilarious.
Good God, Nova. Such ridiculous shit.
I've seen you laugh at worse stuff.
Shh. You can't tell them.
Yeah.
I'm shocked Flash hasn't crashed yet. I'm getting a decent amount of work done.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. I know, like, Darkseid has, like, uncanny luck with Flash, and it's never crashed on him once. I think it's black magic. Because I don't think there's any way that Flash can't just work on its own without falling apart. It should be impossible.
He had to have, like, sacrificed a few children.
He had to have kidnapped a few Adobe employees to make it work for him. Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Such a bastard. I hate animating feet. I hate animating feet. At one point I was like super good at it, now it's kind of awkward because I need to change. I can't do it like in the regular kinetic way like I used to. It's weird. And holy shit, let me turn on the cooler in here. It's boiling outside. Can't wait till the fucking glaciers melt. My house is 30 feet underwater. That's what I get for living in Florida. Oh god. Alright. I'm trying to... Before I try to get away from like the feet being like a little too far out, but I think it allows me to make it look like a little more bouncy. Let's see how I can make it look. Why did the rotation point on both of these change? It's a little weird. Also, question to the chat, do you wish for us to switch out the album? We've been listening to some good background drum and bass, witch hunt, fucking dark synth style music for a while. There's actually a couple other questions in here. Mind picking them out, Dachi or Nova?
Let's see.
Let me see.
I'll let Nova go first.
Hey,
Do it, Nova.
Hey, Jsoull, will the first ever Madness OC Cliff be in Max 2?
Who the fuck is Cliff?
I do not know who the fuck Cliff is.
He's that old.
I remember... It was like something Stone, his name was. He was in Max 1. He was made by Crazy... It was like one of Crazy Monkey's old characters. I have him in mind. You know, Crazy Monkey's like the fucking OG.
Yeah. Hasn't he been around since like 2005?
He's been around since fucking forever. He's the oldest one in the community by far.
Alright, we have another question. Hey,
Alright.
Jsoull, will there be a reference with my mind's madness in Max 2? Like in universe movie or
Oh yeah,
something?
Dark Signal. Dark Signal really doesn't like the sound of that. Because you see, Dark Signal is allergic to early 2000s rock music.
The best kind?
So when he hears about like My Mind's Madness, like his veins actually start like hemorrhaging blood.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
It sucks because I love My Mind's Madness, but whenever I played the music video, Dark Signal actually started getting like heart palpitations, and I had to stop for his own safety. But I do plan for there to definitely be something from that movie in the movie. One movie to another. One of my favorite Madness fan tribute animations, getting its own little tribute in mind. I feel like that's quite appropriate. Many would agree. But some might have true terror. I know there are some people that get really mad when like fan content gets referenced to another fan content. I'm not really sure why.
I don't think I've ever seen that, personally.
I remember, I think it was back in the GP days, some guy got like really pissed when they mentioned like about Kelzat having a reference. I think it was oh, I remember. Remember when Sethik made that weird animation? It was like the grunt just going through rooms shooting people. It was like the one-eyed soldats and stuff.
I actually
like an old one.
I actually don't know if I remember that.
In the opening of Realm 2, when like Yulon just kills some random grunt, that was from that movie.
I've always
I think
wondered
you
like what the whole
probably
deal with that
still-
was.
You could probably still find it actually, but the idea there was they didn't like how it just kind of like got crammed in. But I think that's more of an issue with just implementation versus it being like inherently a bad idea. Like it can definitely work if you're able to make it mesh well. I mean, Madness itself only exists today because of all the fan animations. Even Crinkles acknowledges that. So denying such power, I think, is quite foolish. I will also be including Dachi's old character from his movie that never was released.
Yeah, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, should that even happen at this point anymore?
No, he can show up in commercial sector. I couldn't fit him in the museum, but I'm gonna put him in the commercial sector
Supposed
somewhere.
to die to a cash register.
Death by legal tender. That was the one. It was from the
yeah,
Seeth's Edge video I showed you specifically. Asphyxiation
That's what I'm waiting
by
for.
legal tender. Yeah, he's gonna actually die from getting crushed by a cash register.
Honestly, if I ever come back and do make something madness, I think I'll just let him stay dead in Max 2.
Oh, wait,
Really? Just make
Take
another
on with the
character?
sword guy. You remember the sword guy, right?
Yeah.
That guy's pretty cool.
Jsoull, we got some more questions.
Oh, what's up?
What things inspire or have given you ideas for your animations?
I mean, for Max 2, there's a lot of anime inspiration specifically. I mean, at least in terms of like my general mood I'm going for. Ghost in the Shells. What the fuck did you just say?
I said
Anyways.
blame.
I really like Blame. The mega structure idea, yeah, that's from Blame. Blame's my favorite piece of, probably my favorite illustrative work ever made, honestly. Ghost in the Shell inspires me animation-wise. There are some vehicles in Ghost of the Shell that have inspired things you will see in Max 2 that I haven't shown off yet. Like mecha stuff. I will say that. I'm not a Gundam fan, let me make that clear. I fucking hate Gundam. But I like mechs in general. I just hate how they're portrayed in some ways.
Is it like is like Gundam like too cartoony, like too like?
No, the issue with
dumb for you?
Gundam is, I don't like the I have like an aversion to the humanoid mech designs. Because to me, like at least when I was younger, I always preferred the ones that seemed like they could actually exist.
Like they're more like artillery than like humans.
It's more like they look like fancy Power Rangers in rainbow armor versus something that actual people could make. I remember I liked Mech Warrior a lot more because like there's so much more utilitarian and boxy and clunky that felt like how actual mechs we would make in real life would be like.
Yeah.
I've opened my horizons a little bit since, but I just don't like Gundam the show because it's also just kind of like one of those forever shows that never can really have an ending and just goes on forever for marketing.
Is
I've
it-
never been a mech guy, but Armored Core 6 looks cool.
I fucking love Armored Core.
Oh yeah, dude, that's
so
soon.
much.
That's soon. Armored Core 6 is
Coming
soon.
out so fucking soon. I've been waiting. I love.
I hope it releases really soon because I want to see the Elden Ring DLC.
I fucking love Mech. Okay, I love Mech Warrior 4 Mercenaries, and I love Armored Core 4 on the Xbox 360. That was one of my favorite fucking games. I remember messing around in the mech editor for hours, making all kinds of crazy stuff. You give mechs treads, spider legs, fucking give them no legs at all, they just hover. All these different kinds of gadgets and doohickeys and permutations and reactors, and I just remember messing around with that stuff so much. That was so much fucking fun. And now we're getting a new one.
Yeah. Apparently, 6 will probably be less like. There's gonna be less parts for the mech to like make it a little more simple. I've heard.
Okay, now I don't want to play the game anymore.
No. It still looks fucking fantastic. There's still like from what I've seen, there's still a shit ton of variety.
Shit ton, huh?
Yeah.
Where they remove the fucking spider legs.
No, those are still there, and apparently they'll actually change a lot more. Like the legs that you use will actually change more than just like how much weight you can carry.
Oh, cool.
Apparently they'll like have like special abilities that like only those legs can use. So like treads will probably be able to do like a ram ability that we saw in like the trailer.
Hey,
Yeah, that'd be
speaking of
pretty
the
killer.
upcoming games, what do you guys think about Mortal Kombat 1?
I'm not too big on Mortal Kombat.
I have not even seen the trailer.
I think like I see a lot of people like going fucking crazy about the fact that like Omni-Man and like Homelander are
Yeah,
going to
that's
be in
new.
it.
It's interesting.
They added fucking Omni-Man and Homelander.
Yes.
For the DLC Combat Pack, you know what they do every year.
And I'm gonna be so honest, that's probably the stupidest crossover ever.
Well, look,
I
listen,
think that's a really dumb crossover.
The thing, what they do is that their crossovers, they don't really like think too much about it. They just kind of do it. Like Mortal Kombat 9 had Freddy Krueger and Kratos, depending on what version you were playing. MK10 had a bunch of horror characters like Leatherface, Jason, Alien.
Yeah, and
Predator.
I think
11 was like cult classic. Like
I gotta be fair.
RoboCop, Rambo.
No, I have to be fair. I really think there should just be a fighting game dedicated to like horror movies. I think that'd be really awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play like there could be like there's even like different weight classes. You have like Leprechaun and Chucky. Like, imagine how much fucking fun you could have with that.
Do you remember that one scene in Leprechaun? I don't remember which movie it was. I think it was Leprechaun in the Hood, which was a fucking horrible movie, but it's amazing.
Back to the hood.
Yeah. It's the one. It's the one where I don't know who the fuck it was. It was like a. I haven't watched the movie in so fucking long. I like only watched it when I was a kid, when I should not have been watching it. But there's like this girl character, and he made her like fucking like.
Don't say anything inappropriate.
It made her inflate until she like exploded. And
Jesus Christ.
And it looked, and the effect looked so shit. That's I just remember the effect. It just looked so horrible, and it stuck with me.
It was so bad I had nothing to hide, huh?
Yeah. And sort of like all the kills like had horrible fucking effects, and that was the charm about it. That was why people liked it a lot.
God damn.
Have you ever watched Tales from the Hood? That horror movie?
No, I have not. I'm not particularly a hood classic kind of guy.
It's a pretty good movie, I think.
Movie, emphasis on moo.
Moo.
I see
V.
what it is.
Oh shit, I missed a question. Alright. Hey Jsoull, what is your favorite weapon from both worlds and from the Afghan-Soviet War? I think they mean World Wars. And from the Afghan-Soviet War. It's very specific question, but
Yeah, very, very, like, more obscure wars, too. I mean, shit. I mean, with the Afghan-Soviet one, I mean.
yeah.
Fuck. I'd have to say World War II, probably the Mauser tank, just for how ridiculous and unnecessary it was for the Nazis to build. And how I just find it fun as like a piece of engineering, even though in practicality it was like really just a bad idea. As a giant, fat, slow-moving target. The Nazis were really focused on building like these mobile bases and shit. Like, you know, the Rat. Everyone's heard about that, right?
Yeah. And there's
Like
also
that. They
Carl
sincerely
Gustav.
wanted, like, they wanted to make that.
Actually,
And it's like,
So, here's a fun little fact. So you know the Carl Gustav, like the really big, like I think it was like the world record for like the biggest gun ever built.
Biggest train
Yeah.
gun.
The barrel of that was made with this massive like industrial lathe. And my dad apparently had that for a while. It's being like passed around like certain like communities and shit, and like people are just able to like have them and just like show them off. And my dad had like the lathe used to make that barrel for a while.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. And it's actually it's really fucking interesting.
That is really interesting. Someone recommended the Neo Tokyo soundtrack, and I will put that on. I'm seeing a lot of other questions as well. One sec. Jsoull, will there be a reference? Oh yeah, they already said like the in-universe stage play. There are already actually in-universe movies in Max 2. You'll see some posters and stuff in theaters for that. Shit, that's pretty. I'll see Necro's here, yo man. We'll be wrapping up the stream about probably like 15 minutes. Yeah, Necro's been going through a lot of shit because Mohiko's been through the biggest heat wave in the century. If he actually holds sand outside, it turns to glass. That's how hot it is. Yesterday, he saw someone throw a chicken outside. In the span of 15 seconds, it turned into like a fully roasted dinner, complete with like you know, little bowls of stuffing and cranberry sauce. So it's pretty intense. How's the weather been where you are, Dachi?
It was hot for a while, but I think it's cooled down a bit. But
Good.
I think it's gonna come back up again. You know how it is.
Right?
You know how it
It's
is.
just
It's like, you know,
boiling.
they send you on summer vacation after college school, whatever ends, and it's cold. And then around August, late July starts rolling around, you know, when school's supposed to be coming back, then the actual summer starts.
Damn you, summer. Damn you. That shit's whack, isn't it?
It is, but at least we got a good air conditioner now, so.
I'll condition your air.
That sounds. Whoa.
Was
Chill
that
out.
too much?
I'll condition your air. That sounds.
Was it a little offensive? A little too much?
I wouldn't
Some
say
people might
offensive.
take a little offense to it.
I wouldn't say offensive.
I can't wait for me having to go, like, after I'm done all the character animation in the movie, I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. Then I realize, oh my god, I have to do feet for everyone over the course of 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
Oh god, no.
You should just,
That's
like,
like
have
the
that-
least fun part.
Oh my god.
Just
I
like have that on like a
feet.
schedule for
There's
like.
so fucking many feet I need to animate, and it's gonna have to all happen at the end. Oh my god. That's the part I'm not looking forward to.
Just like remove the V and say, oh yeah, it's a stylistic choice.
Fuck no, I'm not doing that. It's cheap.
I
It's like
know.
the bodiless
Like-
collabs. It's fucking
It's like
cheap.
MC6 where just like some characters just lose their feet halfway through.
Well, no, that's just because Wrinkles forgot.
That's how it goes. Duck with
Obviously,
Hat
but-
asks, does ammo have nukes yet, or are they not quite at that point? They definitely have the. I mean, N51 probably. Actually, no. Dark Signal could probably answer this. Do N51 have nuclear weapons?
Does Nevada have nukes?
N51 specifically.
I don't really think Nevada's in general's gone nuclear.
I mean, real life Nevada
I
has
don't
like a
think the
shit
rest
ton
of
of missile
America
testing.
would be pleased with it.
Then I can't
Especially
answer
seeing
that
the
for you.
situation in Nevada.
Do they at least have the capability for nuclear weapons? I'm not talking like, you know, fucking Tsar Bomba style, but at least like dirty bombs and Davy Crockett's.
I'm not answering that.
They've not discovered nuclear energy yet. Damn, Dark.
Getting bombs out
I've
of
put him into a
stones.
crisis. We'll consider that Dark Signal. I'm gonna give N51 a radiation like microwave gun that roasts people with microwave radiation.
Ding.
And just radioactive isotopes, just sprinkles them. Fries their face. Because my god. Ammo definitely has the tech to do nukes, but that's not really the path they went down. They went more for like the occult, like techno-magic, technomancy sort of thing instead of conventional explosives and nukes. They definitely have some very peculiar items. Lemon Duck asks you, Dark, what's your favorite tank from World War II? Think until your brain explodes. Because there's a lot of good answers, and not really any wrong ones, in my opinion. But I do think there are such a thing as boring answers. So don't choose anything boring. While Dark's thinking about that, Dachi, what's your opinion?
On what?
What's your favorite tank in World War II?
I don't know. I've never really been a tank guy, so I don't know names.
You fucking serious?
Yes.
Shit, you got me there.
I know there's this really silly tank. It's called the personal tank. It's like a little one-man thing.
Tiny little one-man doodly tank.
Hey,
I
let me-
like those, I really like half tracks.
Let me find the photo for it.
You better. How about you, Nova?
I'm on the same boat as Dachi. Never really been like a tank guy. Nor do I really remember
Here, I
like
put
a
it
lot
on
of.
Discord.
Nor do I really remember like.
Oh,
I don't even know if it's real.
I don't think it is.
Nor do I really remember like a lot of things from like the world wars. Mainly just because I don't really research them.
Come on, Dachi. There's no fucking way that's real. You can't show me that and say it maybe existed. It's
But that's why I
preposterous.
said it's silly.
Didn't Doodingdar make a sprite of that one time? I remember that as a fucking.
Doodingdar made one like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a tank, but I always was a fan of the Puma armored car, the SDKFZ 234. It's in War Thunder, so it technically counts.
No, it's not. War Thunder has like everything now. They have shit from like fucking modern day. I think you can drive an Abrams. I do like that Ruby Cat though. That's a good one.
Yeah, well, that's not World War II. That was in the Bush Wars of South Africa.
That is true. The bush.
As far as weirdly designed tanks go, I think the Hetzer stood out.
Was that one that was so offensive that it couldn't be shown to people?
It was a really tightly compartmentalized tank. It was a Jagdpanzer 38. It didn't even have a turret. It was just one giant armored sloped gun.
I don't think that's particularly good for effectiveness.
Well, it would have been good as a stationary emplacement.
Would have been. Okay, I think the pistol's gotten a sufficient upgrade. Goes ching ching. Fires these little bullets. Nexus core is like, if we fire square bullets, it'll definitely be effective. It's not effective. That's the truth. Square bullets just lack that actual ability. Okay, we're going to be wrapping up the stream. We've been streaming for about 16 hours, so it's a pretty good amount of time.
We could probably go for another 24.
Another 24 hours? What, are you going to sleep in here?
Mm-hmm.
Bastards.
Wake up late.
That's how shit goes. I do want to say, I do think this went quite well. Got to show off some neat stuff. I can't wait to do feet I mean, just doing the feet animation for everyone, this bridge is going to be a pain in the ass because it's got a lot of idling. But doing all the feet animation for over 40 minutes of footage, that's going to be fun. Not actually fun, that's going to suck.
40 minutes of feetage.
Needs to be done. My goodness. So, game plan is commercial sector. I'll probably have done by the end of the year, as long as I don't get shot or run over by a car. You should be. Why do you? Oh, you think that's fucking funny, huh?
I'm gonna do that to you.
Go to hell.
Yo,
Fucking
shut up,
goblins
man.
driving cars. You're like those bastards that drive when they fucking put their phone up in their face and don't even look at the lights. Precisely. I should be wrapping up commercial sector by the end of the year. It's going to be a bunch of OC combat, explosions, weird vehicles and character fights. It'll be pretty neat. After that's the throne, which is the final push to Phobos' fucking palace. That'll be quite a spectacle. Lots of cool geometry and units. I'll make sure it is not boring. How's that sound? Pretty good? Pretty good? Great.
Great. Sounds great.
Yep.
Fantastic. Alright, we're going to be wrapping things up. Any last questions, ask them now, because I have to go.
Bobbity boopity bop.
Boppity boopity bop.
Well, are you gonna answer me?
Beepity boop.
No.
That a good answer for you?
I didn't know you were ignoring me. See, he knows.
Quack Quack asks, should I add a death to maxification where a guy trips and gets run over by a car? And it's kind of funny because an agent does trip here, and I was considering making him get run over by the Nexus's own vehicle, but I want to show that they have 1 ounce of compassion.
What if his head just like pops? Like you just hear like everything else is just isolated and it's just the pop of the head.
No, he
Just
falls
goes-
over and like a tank behind him stops or something, and he's like,
Nah, it makes like the fucking Minecraft pickup noise where it goes.
And it's like a little,
the guy
like,
steps out of the guy puts his head out of the hatch and he's like, get out of the road, Einstein.
Get the fuck out of the way. We have sidewalks for a goddamn reason.
Alright.
Pathetic
He
bastards.
was on the sidewalk if that happened.
Well, what if he slipped on a banana peel and perfectly fell directly in front of the tires?
Trolled or something, I don't know.
Had it coming. Also, in case for those wondering, we will be seeing some Nexus gunners later into this sector. I just wanted to give them a redesign because the old ones we had looked like shit because they're made by someone who's a loser. Just to make that clear. We'll be giving them a good touch-up and they'll be making appearances later in the commercial sector. Nexus will be on the ropes. There'll be some stragglers and kind of people trying to get their asses out of the city. We'll be following some character groups as they try to make their way through. A little bit of X-Tile, a little bit of GP. We'll see what happens when their paths intertwine. But for now, fuck you. For now, we'll be wrapping up this stream. I had a really great time with you people, even though someone was a little late. Son of a
I'm
bitch.
sorry. I'm sorry. I was fucking sleeping.
Do you want to go to your house and like put your hand into boiling water? That'll wake you up.
I fucking told you before the stream.
No, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna say, hey Nova. You as soon as you open your eyes, I spray you with a spray bottle full of sulfuric acid.
That's very mean. You wouldn't do that.
He would do that.
Or I do that thing like that cute little illustration where I'm like blowing powdered glass in your face.
Ah, yeah, it's very cute. It's very adorable.
Let me grab that one real quick so everyone can see.
It's so mean.
I'm like, you want to see magic trick? Now you can't see.
You're so mean to me.
I think I am reasonable to you.
Everyone is so mean to me, including you.
Now, why do you think that is?
Because I'm just so awesome.
Here it is for anyone wondering. Want to see a magic trick? Now you can't see. Blow powdered glass directly into the open eyes.
You forgot to put the asterisk. So like it's to show that you're role playing.
Fuck off. You think I'm kidding right now?
Stop.
Yes.
Fuck your asterisk bullshit. I hate the RP sector. Anyone from here who's over there, fuck you. I hate you with a burning passion. If I knew where you lived, you wouldn't have a house anymore.
So mean.
What, you think that's not par for the course?
Yeah.
I mostly say that because some people get a little too into it. I've seen some peculiar behaviors from individuals. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yes, I do.
Precisely. Alright. Had a great stream. Glad we got a lot of people in. We got plenty of good questions. I will be streaming again in August. Although I'm not sure precisely which time because I'll be quite busy. I'll be actually visiting Shoot the Cheese and Raph in person. We'll see how that goes. Might end up getting kidnapped and thrown to the river inside of a barrel, but it's worth the risk. And I will be going on a trip sometime in the following month, but those shouldn't interfere. I'll try to I do my best to try to keep the live streams consistently around the 20th of each month, and I'll try to stick to that for the foreseeable future. I do apologize again for the one stream that we had to cancel, but that was completely out of my hands. Just YouTube melted down from the top. So we will be good for now. Any last words for the stream, Nova, Dachi, and Dark Signal?
Bye.
That's my last words.
Your last words, or these are my last words?
You're her?
I see. Dark Signal? How about you?
Nope.
Nope. You don't even want to kiss them goodbye, give them a little mwah, mwah. I think someone's being a little grumpy. Alright. Dachi, thanks for coming on in such short notice.
Yeah,
Your
for sure.
assistance was appreciated. I'll make sure to send you a care package full of some old gold I found in Poland.
Not necessary.
Not necessary?
Nope.
Very necessary.
I think it's required.
Yeah.
You've been such a good sport. Alrighty. I'll see you guys. Have a great time. And don't get run over by a truck.
Bye.
I'll be seeing you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.